welcome to another stream here on Behance and YouTube. My name is Anna Daviscourt. I am a children's book illustrator. This is my best friend, Anthony Sims. Hi, Anthony.
Hello.
And also co-host of this stream. I look this way to see you. Which way do you look?
To see you?
To see me. Look through the space. You're looking the wrong way. I'm over here. I'm over here. Yeah. Hey, buddy.
I have to look away from everything on my computer to see you. I look towards my bedroom door, I guess. But also I want the video to be flipped on your end, so please mirror it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm doing that, so 1 second.
But it's only in big view.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
It's fine in the other one, so I don't know if I've
there,
messed up.
there. Now look at your computer screen.
Yeah. That's better. Right? Now I can look over here. Is this better?
Sure, I don't care. Hi, everybody. Welcome
now I can
to
actually
nonsense.
look at you and see you.
Yeah, but today you look it. So, hey, welcome back. It's both of us. Wow, amazing. We are on the same stream. I actually flipped my whole desk around, so I have a new background today. How exciting. These little baubles.
Is it? It's a little bland looking, honestly.
Rude.
You need more baubles.
So
I know
hard.
you have plenty of bunting, so hang some of that up in between the baubles.
You want happy birthday? To just like
No, not
be back
those
there?
ones. The frog and duck and bumblebee, the ones that I use as bookmarks.
Okay, well, I'll have to dig that out of wherever it lives. And
Oh yeah. Do it.
anyways, this is the whole thing from Patreon. I've made bunting in the past, and I actually made this these little pom-poms. I strung them up on a video that I made for Patreon, just like talking about my next moves and everything. And so you could see me slowly string things up. Yay! Anyways, hey, what are we doing today, Anthony? How are you?
You're painting a wallpaper.
That's true.
Looks like you already have a good idea of what it's gonna be, though.
Yeah, I actually felt motivated to do something yesterday. I was like, okay, I want to make something for my patrons because it's been kind of, I don't know, there's been a lot of heavy stuff going on over there lately. I've been talking about feelings and things, so I wanted to give them a gift. I wanted to just be like, here's something you can use. And so I wanted for my computer to feel like I was looking at something that I aspire to, which is a house. A dream home, if you will. So, let me flip on over here. You can see this little sketch paint that I did of 3 windows looking out on my vast estate with my little Gato overlooking it, and it's literally a wallpaper. So...
Is that a creek running through?
Yeah, that could be a creek. I'm really just roughing things in. I was like testing out some brushes over here. Oh, no, that's the... Okay, come on. Ever since I rearranged my desk, it's kind of like... It's hard to make sure everything works as you need it to, so I will be going like a little bit. Anyways, so I tested out some brushes over here. There's one that's a rake brush of Kyle's in Photoshop, and it's a drag brush, so you can use the color and just like have the color on a layer painting like normal, and it's rake, so it's got like straight lines basically that it makes. And then if you drag it over 2 different colors, then it kind of melds them together in that draggy kind of way. So it's got a little bit of impact on the layers that it's on. Does that make sense? Yeah? You get it? You get it? Okay, anyways. This is a rake brush. I really want to play with textures and light. I'm using Tadahiro Uesugi as an inspiration for a lot of this light, hopefully. I mean, he's like, they are a master at doing this, so I'm just trying to like find my way. I'm always working on values and trying to get better at them, and you have to do some messy learning in the middle to get better at things. So this is some of the inspo. A lot of it is building based, so I also have a lot of inspo of other things like what does it look like to look through a window and see the outside world, because if you think about like what pictures can capture are a little bit different than the human eye as well, so there's some like blown outness, but I kind of like that. I kind of like the feeling of the light being overwhelmingly bright when looking outside. And there's definitely like angles of windows and glass can refract and reflect light in different ways. So just thinking of stuff like that, I have like 5 million reference things brought up. Oh, you want to see like one of my favorite windows in life?
Yes.
Oh,
Stained glass windows.
so pretty.
Ooh.
Speaking of which, one of the best paintings of a stained glass window that I saw recently was in the art of Encanto. They had a stained glass window as like one of the powers. What was that? It was like bringing things to life, I want to say. Do you remember that? There was like one character who they were drawing on the wall and then it like overlapped with the window and the window became stained glass as they drew on it. It was so cool looking.
Nice. Is that an unused concept of a character, or
Well,
a character
it's
that
not in the
evolved
movie.
into someone else?
I think it might have been Mirabelle, possibly. Alessandra says, "Ooh, I have the same chair. This is a very good chair. I like it a lot. It's I think it was just an Amazon one for like $250, and it's all ergonomic and has back support. And I've always really liked it actually. So, go for ergonomic, people." Anyways, I'm just going to start painting. The different parts of this are almost like 2 paintings in one. So the first part is, or at least what I would consider the first part, is the whole outdoors. And basically all I have it is a clipping mask. So if I take that off and I close these, boom, you can see it's just a landscape. Like, oh, there it is outside. And then I clip it to this underneath layer, which is just a general shape of the windows, and then have other layers over top of it, giving it some of those little details. Obviously, this is all very rough still, but I'm not going to go for a super, super clean look on this. I just want it to be fun and gestural and textural, so that's kind of the goal here. Did you find the picture?
That's the Art of Encanto flip
Nice.
book thingy that I think you sent on Discord a while ago when it first became available, but whatever you're talking about is in there somewhere.
Absolutely. I wonder if I could find it real quick. No, it's not worth flipping through. It's fine. It's fine. You guys can flip through yourselves. Look for a stained glass. I believe it's a double spread. Double page spread. Boom. Nailed it.
Pretty far into the book, do you remember?
I'd say at least midway.
Okay.
He's looking for it. Okay, so I want to forget about the cat for a mo and just focus on this. I also want to make sure that there's enough excess room on this to really fit everybody's aspect ratios for their wallpapers on their computers. And then also there's the other idea I had of wallpapers on your phone. Because usually what I like to do for Patreon is give people the file of wallpaper in 3 different formats: desktop, tablet, and phone. So obviously phone is much more vertical, so I could do one of these windows as your phone background. How cute would that be? Like a little window through your phone. Oh, I love it. So I think I'm going to expand this canvas a little bit just to make sure we have plenty of bleed room around here. Don't know where that brown came from, but whatever. Beep. And how is everybody's day going? Anthony and I were just talking about The Matrix because we just, I just watched it for the first time last night. Not the original Matrix, the new one. Resurrections. Beep. Okay, now we've got plenty of excess room and we can always crop in. I just did like tiny little sketches here to denote that I want like pattern of wallpaper on that back wall, but for the moment I'm really just going to concentrate on the outside. Just for my own little funsies. Plus, it's just always a really good, I'd say like exercise in painting to just paint foliage. You guys know I'm obsessed with it, so this is what I like to do. I also feel like this could be a companion piece to a piece of mine that I did a little bit ago. I'm going to show you guys. I think it was last month. Where are you? Ah, okay. Here we go. It's a video? That's weird. Oh, it's the process video. Okay, there we go. So it's this piece, which is kind of akin to what we're doing today because I have birds flying away. There's going to be foliage and fieldiness, and then a little cat watching it all. But this cat, it's like the cat is inside now, and then it's like, I'm going on an adventure, and then it goes out there and tries to catch them, and it always misses. Page 58. You gotta say it. You found it.
It's on page 58, but that doesn't really mean anything to anyone that doesn't click the link in the chat anyway.
I want the future people, replay landers.
Oh, they also don't have access to the link.
They could absolutely find the art of Encanto on their own. They are smart and capable and full of wonder.
I believe the same thing, which is probably why they would be able to find page 58 on their own as well.
Okay. Well, it's on page 58. And I hope that you enjoy that book because it is quite beautiful. And what do you think of it, Anthony? The piece?
It's not a double spread.
It's not? Oh, I was wrong.
The page after it is. Isn't the page that maybe you're thinking about? There's a tree in the middle of the casa courtyard and she's sitting on a swing. That's a full spread. That was a couple of pages after.
It's totally fine. I was wrong about it being a double spread. Or a spread. That's fine by me. Not at all the most important thing in life. I keep getting spam. So much spam on my phone. It's kind of ridiculous. Do you have anything like this happening? I don't know if it's a one-off or if it's...
I've got a spam folder and it just goes to that and I never ever see it. Sometimes I get an alert that like incoming message sent to spam, but I don't ever have to read it.
I need that. How do you get that? Is that like a thing or is
Google
it...
Pixel thing.
Oh, gotcha. I think I'll do...
Did you watch Sketchbook on Disney Plus?
I have not yet.
There's an artist who works on Mirabelle from Encanto.
Cool.
Yeah.
I need a darker color. So I'm making a layer above the... I have the what do you call this? The background painting, the outdoor painting. It's all on its own layer. And so I am doing a clipping mask layer over that so that I can work on some branches because I want some branch details. And those are like small, spindly kind of things that I don't necessarily want to have to paint around if I'm ever going to go in there and change a color. So that's the marker for me that I should make a new layer. Also adding a little bit more saturation to the sky. I think I want it to be cooler though. Sky colors are always such a hard thing for me to try to get. I think it's mostly in the value. Once again, values are hard. But they, for some reason, like the tiniest tinge of the change of blue or the change of value makes it a wildly different sky. So I'm trying to get the right feel that I'm going for. Maybe it's needing clouds. Not sure. We could go for a different kind of cloud in this one than the last one. Less billowy, more... Hey, do you know your cloud names, Anthony?
No.
Okay, we should learn some. I think this would be like Sirius Stratus or something like that. Because I remember that being the longer clouds. And then cumulonimbus, the best ones. The very poofy. But I think that's where my knowledge ends. And I don't even know if that's correct, so. Don't quote me!
Do they talk about the different kinds of clouds in Cloud Country?
You're really testing my memory. I don't know. Been a while. Been a while. Beep. So there's, oh, I need to show you guys this reference. There's a great picture of, I actually have a folder called Illo Inspiration, which is pictures. Oh golly, I got something in my eye. Oh no, oh no. Pictures that I really want to paint something about. Like they're just amazing. And so I saved them all into a folder. Guess what's in that folder, Anthony? You just saw it, so that's your hint.
Stained glass window, mirror bell.
Yeah, no, it's just the stained glass window. See,
Oh,
that same one. So this picture is what I want to think of for today's foliage, which is like extreme telephoto,
It's
far,
a
far
dog?
away. I believe it's a dog. It looks like it may be a English bull terrier, possibly.
what? You could tell from that far away?
I think so.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, this is the idea. So it's almost like, this is what I think of when I see something like this. Like it's a slow explosion, just plumes of smoke growing out of each other, where it's like, do you know what I mean? Like if you've ever
Like
seen
a volcano.
Yeah, exactly. Volcano smoke, but make it green. So there's like different shapes that create different layers of light on dark on light on dark on light on dark, and then as it goes back, it seems like it's less contrast back here, so that's kind of the effect I want to have. And then of course different shapes coming out, so that they're not all just, oh, here's a broccoli shape or whatever. Like I want some tall, I want some squat, I want some being impacted by wind or whatever, and then some branches coming out in the middle. So that's the kind of inspo we're going for today.
Canadian Pulse over on YouTube.
Hey Canadian Pulse, what's up?
Saying your drawings are pretty and lovely.
Thank you.
Or pretty lovely.
Pretty lovely. They're not like way lovely, but like they're pretty lovely. Thank you so much. Just trying to learn and make stuff and have a good time all at once. But I'm really glad that we can share it with you guys. So thanks for being here. And let me know if you have any questions or input or advice or anything you want to say.
Put a volcano in it.
Put a volcano in it. Okay. Mount Doom rises up from the back.
Aw. It's your view from your house in Hobbiton.
Exactly. Ugh, to have a house in the Shire. Oh, Mr. Frodo. If only, if only. See, this is purely me wanting a house as a picture. Just like, I really want this to be my daily look of just like through the window and out into nature, and just knowing that like I live here and I'm good and I'm safe and it's set. Someday we'll get that.
Wade joining the chat saying, Hobbiton, Shire, I'm here now.
Wade,
summoned him.
Favorite of the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Favorite movie?
He is my favorite character from Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Absolutely.
Wade.
He actually plays the mouth of Sauron. Did you know?
The mouth? Oh,
yeah,
right.
You remember him.
That is the character's name.
Yes.
I was thinking you just meant the one, just the body part.
They had to like cast all of his body parts. He was too major for like one actor. No. Also, who got to play Sauron? Can you imagine that as your credit? Just be like, yeah, I mowed him down.
CGI.
CGI. It's like TGI Friday.
Wade says, love the first the most, but might be
yeah.
biased.
Fellowship, hardcore. I agree. We get the most Shire action. I mean, and a 111th birthday! Oh, so good.
Rin's asking if you've seen the Night at the Museum movies.
I saw the first one a long, long time ago. I don't remember a ton of it, but I'm sure they're pretty fun because I think that was a pretty long-standing series, right? Didn't they like keep making
Three of them.
3 of them? Wow. Or should I say?
I haven't
wow.
seen any of them. Owen Wilson. I heard it. You're the mouth of Owen Wilson.
That's what they call me. Yeah, him
Wade
and
says
Zoolander. What's his name? Ben Stiller. Wade says.
Wasn't he the main character in that movie?
Yeah.
Series. Wade says, but did work on the Mouth of Sauron scene.
What?
You did? What does that mean? You concept art
Love
for
the
it?
first most, but
Wasn't that like
did
the
work
early
on
2000s? Clarify. Did you work on the Lord of the Rings trilogy in the early 2000s?
No. Oh my god.
Oh, Wade says IMDb. Check it out. Well, I mean, I believe you now, and I'll save myself the clicking.
I'm gonna check it out. I need to know your exact credit. Wade!
Is IMDb like Wikipedia, and you could just add yourself to the credit list?
IMDb. I am DB. My god. Okay. Well, right there, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. What do I do? I clicked on it, so I want to see. Worked on. Okay. Visual effects for The 12 Sacred Moons, Broad Daylight, Big Bad, Murderabilia, Lazy Town, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Digital Modeler, Weta Digital. Oh my gosh. Wait, I feel like I've known this about you, but I also just like am every single time when I relearn it flabbergasted.
I didn't know this about Wade. He's even cooler now.
Oh, Wade is just the coolest always. Okay, there are so many different credits. This is like crazy. So that was just visual effects, and there's art department, animation department, cinematographer, additional crew, actor. You've acted in 2? Wait, so in 12 Sacred Moons, Wade played the puppeteer, and in Broad Daylight was a jogger. I need to see these. Do you have them on video?
Jogger in broad daylight's the safest way to be a jogger. Wow. Wade says Hobbitshire Farms remembers.
Pepperidge Farms remembers. That is amazing, Wade. Also, I want you to work on Rings of Power. How do we get that happening?
Move to the UK.
Well, Wada's in New Zealand, correct?
Wade, you're in New Zealand?
No, Wada Workshops. Sorry.
Oh, I thought it was called Weta.
Weta.
I like Wada. That's like Wade Workshops. Wada Workshops.
Way to go, Wade.
Wade says
oh my gosh, he
did live in
New Zealand.
New Zealand for a while.
That is
exciting. I just found out that my
cool.
grandma's next door neighbor's son lives in New Zealand teaching as a school teacher. Teaching as a school teacher. Well, that makes sense.
That's crazy. Teaching as a school teacher? What?
She just passed away.
Oh.
So that's why she brought up.
I'm sorry.
Got brought up in conversation 4 weeks ago or something like that.
Dang. Well,
it was the topic of conversation. My grandma was like, "Here's the little pamphlet for
the
the service they had."
Yeah.
It's like, dang, she sounded awesome. How come I never met her? I've been over here hundreds of times.
And no son? Come on.
Well, no. Not that I didn't meet her son. That I didn't really meet her. I feel like I was in her house one time, so I must have met her.
Son.
No, her son teaches in New Zealand.
Oh, gotcha.
She's got a beautiful house down the street from Bobby's old house. It's the big white one that had like an English garden and gorgeous property.
Oh, nice. For some reason, that just started in an octopus's garden in my brain.
What's that?
It's a song from the Beatles / Ringo. Ringo Starr did An Octopus's Garden.
I thought Ringo was just a drummer.
They all took turns writing songs. So not just a drummer. That's
Did
so
they not
funny.
like that one? So they just had someone else do a song? How many songs did he write?
He, I believe, also did Yellow Submarine. He did the wackiest ones, I'd say.
Because he was always whacking on the drums.
Okay, now I have to check myself because now I feel like I'm gonna say that the wrong song was Ringo.
Are you going to his IMDb?
No, I'm just saying Ringo Starr songs. The list of songs recorded by Ringo Starr, I feel like that's gonna include all of them that he did drums on too. I wanna know what ones he wrote. Written. Octopus's Garden. There's one called I Am the Greatest. I don't remember that one. Yeah, Yellow Submarine is on there. I just read Rubber Soul, so I was combining those words. But yeah, I don't really recognize many of the other ones. I Want to Be Your Man. The No No song.
Oh,
Don't
my
Pass
goodness.
Me By. Photograph.
I believe you. I don't know any of them.
You gotta listen to more Beatles. You can just say, Pumpkinhead. But anyways, everybody just always check out Wade's work. That's really what the takeaway from this whole conversation is. Wade's
Take a
awesome.
Wade.
Take a Wade. Ah! Wade, you gotta use that one. It's gotta be a take a Wade. Okay, I feel like I'm just... What was it? The word that we were talking about? It's like
Ringo.
putzing around, but it's like
Futzing.
I'm futzing with it.
Futzing. Yeah. Those work.
I need to have a clear goal. What?
Nothing.
What? What happened?
Oh.
Wade says, "Whoa, I missed it. What was it?"
What?
I think we're all
What
just
was what?
curious what you gasped at.
Oh. I'm on Wade's website looking
And you
at
go,
this stuff. I did.
yeah, you gotta say for what? Oh my gosh, the torture.
I'm on Wade's website. That's what. That's what.
Wait, you just gasped being on his site? You're like, the
He has a
beauty.
site. Well, he barely had anything posted to Behance, so I was like, wait, how's he got so much under his belt and there's nothing here? There must be more.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
There's always more. And what was that reaction for? Sir,
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would. You're going
it
to
was
tell
from
me.
June 9th, 2021. It's this cute little blue creature, Mingo. Had fun revisiting this character from an Adobe live stream with Hawk.co.
Yeah. Hawk Rattle.
I
Andrew
used
Hawk
Mingo
Rattle.
as a subject for a study on fur. Usually his companion, Lids, Mingo's small turtle navigator pal, is riding on his head. Maybe I'll add Lids when we study compass navigating aquatic reptiles.
Oh my god.
Did that ever happen? It's been almost a year.
Hot dang. Tell me more, tell me more.
That was on his Instagram. Did I say that already? His website was also outdated.
Wow, rude.
Was it? He said so himself in the comments.
Okay, he can be rude to himself.
And I could agree with him.
No.
Oh, I
Decorum
mean, oh, what are you
dictates not.
talking about? That website looks amazing, even if it is outdated. Is that better? Am I getting closer to being nice?
If you have to ask, then no.
I don't know if that's true. I'm not asking, am I 100% nice now? I said, am I getting better at it? And I think the answer is yes, there was progress in that.
I don't know if I'm qualified to tell you.
I'm going to agree with you there. You're not. Oops, I'm regressing. Wade says, I did draw Lids way back, but I gotta run, LOL. I mean, bye, Wade.
Oh, bye. Have a great night, day.
I scared him away.
Wade. Thanks for chilling and also reminding us of your awesomeness. And also, I want to move to New Zealand. How do you do that?
become friends with Wade.
Obviously. And then they just are like, oh, please, come in. You're Wade's friend? My goodness, does he talk about me? Because everybody in New Zealand is just, like, enamored with Wade. This is what I like to imagine. This is headcanon. Is this weird tree shape working for you? I don't know.
Oh, I haven't been watching. Which tree?
The ones I'm painting
Oh,
on.
it looks very scary.
It's scary? Okay, well, then that's not working.
What does it remind me of? What are those shrub trees in your parents' backyard?
Yeah,
Arborvitaes. But like the Addams Family style or something like that?
Interesting. I want them to have a bit more flow, like they're going to a direction. I don't even know if I'm on the right. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm on the right layer. Woohoo! That's a battle 1.
Do you ever lock layers so that you don't draw on the wrong one?
Not often.
Because you don't often draw on the wrong ones?
I think you just have to get into habit of things, and I'm not in the habit of doing that. You know what I mean?
Of locking layers?
Yeah.
Or of painting on the right layer?
Whichever.
I'm not in the habit of doing things.
Yeah, that's accurate, honestly.
Even after reading that whole book?
Do the Thing book?
Actually, you didn't read the whole book. That was me. I got into the habit of reading it.
Exactly. We read Atomic Habits as a group reading session, and Corinne and I never finished, and Anthony has.
I am my own group now. I've had my own book club for a while.
That's good.
The current book that I'm on, I'm halfway through. It's good. The first half, well, I'm only halfway through, so this is the first half. The first 45 pages were rough, and I didn't know if I could keep going.
Why were
But
they
I did.
rough?
There was just some really graphic, sad scenes.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't like that.
Neither did I. But I kept going, and it's better now.
Okay, good.
They made mention of some part of it, like hundreds of pages in. I was like, oh dang, this character's still feeling the same emotions I was feeling back then. Ooh.
Rough, man. I get so sad for characters.
Me too.
It's like, fiction can be so, I don't know. It's lovely, but sometimes it's not an escape. It's just like, oh, trauma. Great.
Especially when you see a character doing something wrong that's just going to lead to a bad future event or hurt someone else, and you're like, just do the thing that you know you should do. And they're like, and then they pivot and they're like, I'm going to do this instead. And you're like, no, you're an idiot.
No, I don't want to do the right thing. That's dumb.
Or just on the precipice of doing the right thing multiple times, but then something intervenes and they lose the gusto for it. They're like, I was right about to, but then I lost the confidence because this thing interrupted. So now I'm just gonna be like, oh, never mind, it was nothing. I wasn't gonna say anything anyway. It's like, say it.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm just looking through some foliage rendering stuff that I've gathered over time. Trying to get some inspo for what to do next, because I feel like I'm getting lost in the weeds, and I want some kind of stylistic direction.
Seriously, one that you scrolled past is pretty nice. It's got the variations between forms and colors. Scroll up a little bit.
That what?
I think.
One?
Seriously, it was called.
Serious.
It's on the left-hand side.
I see it. I have it up. Do you see my screen?
No.
How dare. I make it specifically for you, and you don't even have it up. But yeah, this is a beautiful one. It's got a lot of motion to it. I feel like I'm looking for one more thing. Like, this is great inspo, but I need another, like, shape design kind of inspo. This is also great. This is a lowish one. It has a lot of, like, directional feel to it, and then the like poof with the thin. Poof with the thin.
I love her studies on landscapes.
They're wonderful. Yeah, she does a lot of studying, and I like that a lot. I like it a lot. Oh, there are so many beautiful things, and I want to do all of them. Oh, I know exactly the one I'm thinking of that I want. I just remembered it. Okay, so I need to find this one piece to show you guys, but I have no idea how to find it. It's probably in my references somewhere. Oh, golly. How do I find this one piece? Maybe it's in Color and Light. It's a tree that's drawn, I believe, in traditional media, and it's just everything I love. Oh, this one by Robert Kondo. I love when a giant swath of ground is textured like this. That's definitely the feel I want for the field out here. Field. You get it? You have to laugh at my jokes, Anthony. There's no one else here who will.
I smiled broadly and then shook my head up and down in agreement.
Aha! I found it. The Bird King. So this is, I think, Sean Tan. And, oh, whoops. I lost it somehow. Okay, there we go. Boom. So what I love about this one is the irregularity in shape and direction. And it feels like you're not tied down to one... Like, this tree is this shape, you know? This tree is like 15 different shapes and textures and colors and all that stuff. And I really like that. So I'm going to try to channel this feeling. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to keep it up and hopefully I can osmosis some of it. I think a lot of that is like literally shape language, where it's a feeling of thick to thin and chunky to spindly.
The hand motions explained it all.
Obviously. I'm the best at hand motions, don't you know? Oh. Also, I want to put in a lot more color here, so I'm going to do a soft light layer over it. Probably just do the Brayer Boss variant brush. And it's set to soft light. I definitely want some pinks after seeing that awesome pink piece. Probably some of these golds in here too. And some desaturated greeny blues. So you are having a garage sale this weekend. How's that going so far?
We've got a pile of stuff that is good to go into a garage sale. That's it.
That's good.
I don't think anybody's that concerned with pricing things or organizing it. But I don't know, we're just going to put stuff out and people put money towards it, I guess. And then I'll take the money. If roommates are around, then maybe I'll give them some.
What? Okay, well, this sounds like a great thing.
Nobody seems as jazzed as I do. I'm like, hey, garage sale this weekend. It's supposed to be really nice. You guys ready for that? And no one's been like, yeah, I'll be around. When should we do it? This is the time we should do it. Let's put posters here, here, and here. So I think it might be me doing a lot of the legwork just to get rid of things that are taking up too much room in the garage. And then I'm just going to have like a fee associated with that. Like, hey, I sold that desk of yours that was just in there for a year. I'm keeping the money.
Whoa! I hope they see this and know that. Jeez.
No. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll definitely have to reach out to them later today and be like, hey, guys, let's actually make a plan, because I don't want to be out there by myself hawking all your crap.
Yeah, that's not fun. Well, you should just start it after like 2 on Saturday so that you can come on a hike with me.
I think there's going to be some prep time beforehand, which is why I said that I
Yeah.
probably won't be able to go. Did your mom and Aaron ever get back to you?
Nope.
I mean, I'm on the thread, so I know they didn't.
Yeah. No, they started a separate thread to just say no.
Yeah, maybe that as well. Oh, since Anthony's not going to be involved, let's start another one.
Since
Honestly,
Anthony's not going to be
appreciate it.
involved.
It's like the leave the chat thing because you're like, hey, I'm not going to this thing and I'm tired of seeing all of these messages about an event I'm not going to, so I'm just gonna like leave this chat.
Can you do that?
Yes. I don't know on text messages. I know on Instagram and there's like a leave this thingy.
Leave this thingy.
Yeah.
No more of this thingy.
And on Slack there's also, you could leave a channel because it has a little notification of like Anthony left the channel or Anthony left the chat. And I always found it funny to like screenshot that and be like, oh, guess they didn't want to be here. They didn't even say anything.
That's the worst. Ugh, I would hate being called out so much. That's why I would never leave one. I'd just be like, all right, well, I guess I'll die here because like I'm never gonna be the one who's just like, bye.
Yeah. That's why there's a muting option that's pretty nice sometimes.
That no one else gets to know about, and it's just your own secret little mute that only we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Rin was asking if you saw the recent news about the lost world discovered in China, which is like an underground forest that was revealed after a recent sinkhole.
No.
happened.
What? That sounds amazing.
There were dinosaurs living down there.
The heck? I would like to
No, I
know
don't
these
know.
dinosaurs.
That's true.
Tell me their
And the Lost
names.
World is just the sequel to the Jurassic Park movie, so I'm assuming there's dinosaurs down there.
Obviously.
Godzilla types.
You can't just typecast them, okay? But that sounds really cool. I would very much like to know more about that, Ren. Also, should we go there? We were talking about caves and whether we wanted to be in them.
Well, it sounds like it has recent activity of falling in on itself, so I'm gonna pass.
Too true.
Oh, Rin says, might not be entirely inaccurate, Anthony. I haven't seen many details, but it was mentioned that there are unidentified species and possible creatures that were thought to be extinct.
That's so cool. I love that. Can you imagine if they just like made a cave where they all went, where it's like the dodos and Tasmanian tigers and like other the beach lions? Do you know there
How are
used
there
to be
trees
lions
down
that
there
lived
if
on the
there's
beach?
no sunlight?
They're like the axolotls that evolved to just like not have eyes because they don't need them down in the cave. The trees just don't need like leaves.
Eyes? Oh. The trees don't have eyes down there. It's weird.
The trees don't have eyes. That's the new horror film. Then how do they see? I'm scared. I'm so scared.
Beach lions, you say, huh?
Beach lions, baby. Yeah, there were lions that lived on the beaches and then they went extinct. It makes me sad because can you imagine? You just
I
go
think
to
they
the beach and
went
there's
into
a
the
lion.
ocean and became sea lions.
I
And that's what they sound like.
wish they sounded like that. My goodness. Whoa, that's very saturated. That's still very saturated. What are you? I guess you're just against different colors that I find very not you. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. I want like a tall... Oh, you know what we need? Some sky breaking through for surezies. Is this our sky color? I guess I just whoa, changed it. Yeah, it's fine. The sky color can change. I'm just gonna spend all my time on this part of the painting, so sorry wallpaper and cat. You'll have to be another day. I'm glad though that I'm back in Photoshop. It's been a long time since I felt like I wanted to paint in Photoshop, so it was nice today. I think it's because of the new desk setup. Feeling like it was fun to come back to my desk and start painting again. You ever just need to change up your space, Anthony?
I did earlier. I have a chair in my room that's very uncomfortable to sit in for long periods of time. I was trying to read a book in it, and my back kept falling asleep, and my butt kept falling asleep, and it was just uncomfortable. And I stood up and I kicked it, and then I went to a different room.
Okay, well, I wasn't expecting that anger, but cool.
I was so annoyed. It was like the 10th time I had readjusted, and it like squeaks every single time I do it. And I just like felt the position I was in. This is ridiculous. I got up, I kicked it, I pointed at it, and I said, "You." And I took my book and my tea, and I came back because I forgot my bookmark, the bunting. And I went into the living room and sat in the papasan with a little blanket.
Oh, you're like, you understand me, papasan.
I do.
Oh my gosh, Anthony. I didn't know it was an entire drama. Oh, that's so good.
I should put that chair in the garage sale.
Yes, you should. That's the one that like
matches. The papasan
matches.
into my room. There's just not room for it.
Once that chair's gone, there will be.
No, there won't be.
Yes, there will.
No, there
also
won't.
Sell everything else.
What? In my room, just so I can have the papasan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who needs a bed when you have a papasan? Truly. this little chunk of tree is turning out so weird. I don't know what I'd do with shapes. I don't know what I do with shapes. I do weird things when shapes are involved. Yes. I think that's it. I just need a bigger, chunkier brush that does some of the work. Because trying to like manually cut out an interesting shape can take so much time when really you should just like let the brush do it. Oh wait, I'll make it darker back here and then pop up over here. Yeah, see? Yeah. Sorry, I turn into an old school whatever that was whenever I get excited about something. Oh, there's a bird out on my balcony. It's eating all our grass seed and singing. Can you guys hear it?
I can't.
It's not singing right now.
Oh.
Now it's eating. It goes. Did you hear it?
I heard a little bit. Yeah.
Nice. I'm so glad. I love it.
Maureen shared some more hidden forest details on Discord.
Oh, very cool.
For checking out sometime after the stream.
Or during. You can't tell me what to do.
Who?
Rin.
Oh.
I can check it out whenever I want.
Wow.
Deal with it. Fine. Yeah, Rin. Yeah, she. I can look at all the things I want. Okay, this is looking better than before. It's not necessarily what I want it to be yet, but hey, better's better than nothing. Right? Yeah.
Unless you're trying to improve how nice you are towards Wade, I guess progress doesn't matter unless it's just 100% good.
I don't know how to respond to that because my brain isn't really like active in that area right now. So
What's that even mean?
call back later.
Shake your head like an 8-ball. Try again.
Basically.
Your eyes just glaze over and turn into the results in an 8-ball.
They're not
There's
ever
triangles.
glazed in. They're always glazed over.
Glazed in.
Glazed
under is the opposite.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
The underglaze.
The underglaze. I need some more underglaze over here, stat. Ah!
Apparently, there's a shape in here that looks like a face with a giant schnoz.
Where? Oh, I gotta find it. This is too dark.
Boring.
Woo.
Should you take a nap before stream?
No, I meant to, but time just got away from me. Because I was painting on this.
Far left, darker green shape. I see it.
This guy. Hello? Hello? Marie? If you can't see it, this is a mustache. Ear. Hair. Hat. There you go. That's where you were in. Bird. Bird having a little snack, singing a little song. Do you guys ever sing when you're just happy? Anthony, you're included in that.
I was trying to think back. No, I don't.
Well, you're gonna when we're driving down to California. Have you gotten our list together yet?
I sing along to songs, but I don't sing of my own volition, just randomly when I'm happy.
Do you not play songs in your head?
No. I have a hard time recalling lyrics from nothing.
Oh. That's why you keep me around.
Yeah. Because you could do it. And they don't have to charge you. like a
yeah.
Not money, power wise.
I'm gonna charge you because you're singing too much. Give me money.
And you pay me so you could sing.
Yes. I would pay people to be able to sing. If I could never sing again without paying, I would probably pay. I enjoy singing.
Rin says I have music playing in my head almost constantly, usually a song on
Yes.
repeat that's stuck, but still.
Oh, I listened to Florence and the Machine's new album yesterday.
Dance Fever.
Dance Fever.
What are your favorites?
Off the top of my head, it's a little hard because I usually don't remember a song until I've listened to it at least twice. But I did listen to some of them as they came out, so I do remember Free. I think Free is one of my favorites.
Me too.
I think I would like King more if there wasn't that, like, she repeats some lines in this voice where she's like, I am King.
It's better and prettier than that, but yeah.
It's better and prettier, but it still bugs me. It's like very throaty, and for some reason, whenever that part comes along, I'm like taken out of the song, you know? Whereas like I'm in it, I'm feeling it, it's driving, and then suddenly I'm like, I am King. Just
I like it.
I can't. I'm glad.
It doesn't
I want
bring
you
me
to
out of it.
enjoy it. I want you to.
But yeah, I suppose if anybody else also has that reaction, that is the first one on the album, so keep going.
And then Chromatica or whatever it's called. I remember liking that on first listen, but I would have to.
Mania, I think.
Chromania?
I want to say that's what it is.
Sure. But
Choreomania. It's like dance fever, like choreography.
I think there's one called, is it Love or My Love? Something like that, too.
My love.
My love, let me go again. See, like, I cannot recall what it sounds like in my head yet because, again, I need to listen to it multiple times for that kind of familiarity to be born. But I think I liked that on first listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the singles that came out, I think I liked.
All the singles. Yeah, I think it's... There are very few songs that I really like on first listen. I can remember like a handful of them. I remember the first time that we ever listened to Vampire Weekend when you put it on in the car and you were like, what do you think of this? I was like, I immediately like it. And then the Skilled and Icy album really hit nicely first time, I'd say. And then Purge the Poison from Marina. Those are like in my recent memory of like the first time I heard them, I already was like, this is probably my favorite song from them.
I like Daffodil a lot from Dance Fever.
I think that was towards the end, right? And I was kind of like in and out of listening to it at that point because I can't like sustain that kind of attention all the time.
The very last one, what is that one called? Morning Elvis or something like that. I like that one too.
I'll have to re-listen. Give me a priority list. I'll be on it.
Well, I don't know. All of them, I guess. Priority list. All the singles, I feel like you've already heard more than once, haven't you? King, Free, Heaven is Here, and My Love, I think were all the singles that came out.
Yeah, I don't think I listened to all of them as they came out. I think I got King and Free and...
My Love.
Heaven is Here, actually. I don't think I heard My Love before that.
Daffodil and Morning Elvis, I feel like are the ones that stand out the most to me from the ones that weren't released as singles.
Well, hot dang. Oh, I said hot dang.
There's also a semi-recent DragonNet collaboration that was pretty good. I think DragonNet is now just, is her name Martina?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
I think it's just her.
Oh.
I want to say that's right, but I don't know. Their Wikipedia page hasn't really been updated, and their website's kind of old stuff. It was a collaboration with another band called The Knox. Is that right? Yeah, The Knox, and it's called Slow Song with DragonNet featuring DragonNet. But as far as I can recall, Martina and her husband at the time, Dan, were, and then there was like a drummer, and the three of them made up DragonNet. Her and her husband divorced, and she got remarried and had kids. Whoa. And I think that like disbanded them. I think it would. I don't know if a band could continue after a divorce like that. But then again, the Wikipedia didn't really say, so I think it's just her.
Okay.
And she's been doing more collaboration stuff with other artists than releasing her own stuff. But
that's cool. Yeah.
It was a good one. There was also another one called Phantom that came out 2021 sometime.
Nice. I'll have to check those out.
I like her style. She's got a fun voice.
She does. I still love the era of like Pick Up the Phone and Hello.
It's a good album.
Oh, it was so good. So poppy, so fun.
Hello was poppy. Fixin' to Thrill. That was that name.
Yeah, Fixin' to Thrill.
2009.
It's good stuff.
A while ago.
A Oh, that's because it's on the wrong layer. On the wrong layer. What are you doing there? Boop.
Oh, there's some good songs on body parts. My legs, I feel like I remember the most. It was very upbeat. There's a song about wanting to get out and going do stuff. Like my legs can't stop. They feel like going out and dancing.
I feel like you feel like that. Sometimes you're just like, I gotta go. Other times you're like, I gotta stay.
I gotta stay. The music video for Outlines is pretty fun. I think she's just in some sort of lycra suit type of thing where her body's silhouetted. So as she dances in post, they just have her outline dance in that one spot, and then she keeps dancing, and then there's like a bunch of different outlines of her dancing throughout the whole music video.
That's cute.
Which is pretty fun.
Definitely. I feel like they've always had fun with the music videos.
Yeah. She did another collaboration with, I think it was an artist named Cascade. The song was called Fire in Your New Shoes.
Oh my gosh, yes. Fire in Your New Shoes.
And the video for that is like played in reverse, but she did things backwards, so when it was played in reversed, it just looked like it was really interesting forward motion. A little jerky, but still pretty cool. Like she acted that out in reverse to make it look like played in reverse. It was going forward, but doing something in reverse. It's cool. Speaking of shaking your hands in front of your face.
Oh, is it monkey paws time?
Sure
My
is.
goodness. Well, this guy now is just distracting me. Alright, I gotta get rid of him. Boop. Say goodbye to your sideways man. Bye. Okay. First, we're gonna save, and then we are going to do some monkey paws. Ooh, ah, ah. So this is a hand stretch that I'm going to guide you guys in. Just a reminder to take care of your body, basically. We're going to do this specific stretch, but if you don't want to follow along, then just make sure to drink some water or take a little eye break by closing them, all that kind of jazz. So if you want to join along, start with putting your hands out in front of yourself, and then put your fingers to the sky, palms away, and then curl them into what we call a monkey paw. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah.
Ooh, ah, ah.
Good job. Second pose, we put our fingers to the ground, curl our fingers, or palms towards ourselves, curl our fingers in. Ooh, ah. Good job. Third pose, we flip our palms out, away from us, fingers to the ground, and then curl them in. Ooh, ah.
Ooh, ah, ah.
Good job. Then fourth pose, we put our fingers to the sky, palms towards ourselves, and then curl them in. Ooh, ah, ah.
Ooh, ooh, ah, ah.
Good job. Now we repeat these poses, holding for about a second each, so around 10 times, so that we can get a nice stretch in our wrists. And this will hopefully help us prevent carpal tunnel syndrome and arthritis. And there are tons of different stretches online, so if this doesn't fit your fancy, feel free to look them up. If you feel any pain whatsoever, immediately stop and ice your arms and rest them. And yeah, have a good time taking care of yourself. Part of it. You gotta do that. You gotta go. Come on, Anthony. It's your turn.
A little monkey picture doing it, so I'm not gonna.
Okay, I'll draw the monkey doing it.
Well, then I'll do it every single time.
Get your cheeks as full of air as you can.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Mine sounded a lot more satisfying than yours did. Do yours again.
I can't when I'm laughing. Oh, it really punched me.
Oh gosh, that's stupid. I mean, are you okay?
It's like a knuckle hit my jaw harder than usual.
A tooth comes out.
Oh, hi guys, monkey paws went wild today. Hope you enjoyed that.
Slapstick humor.
Yeah, physical humor every time. I can't remember what we were watching lately, but there was something where they did some physical humor, and James just cracks up every single time there's anything like that. Like, oh, they tripped over something. He's like,
No, it definitely gets some people. It's stupid.
Stupidly wonderful. Okay, once we've done all of those, woo, we're gonna gently shake out our heads to loosen it back up. Sorry, I made you yawn. And then...
That's good.
Oh, I mean, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Then we like to do some neck stretches. So we're going to start with putting our head to the side so that our ear can go as high as possible on one side. And then flop over to the other side. And then over again. And back again. And then we look as far as is comfortable to each side. And then to the left. Then to the right. And once more. Into the breach. Good job! We did it! We're all stretched up! Yay! Feel free to wiggle your leg noodles and do whatever other stretches your body needs right now. Just take care of yourself. What's happening with your mic?
I'm getting it back in position. I moved away so that my arms could go in front of the screen.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's get back into it. Thank you guys for taking a break with me. I definitely needed it. Today is a sore one. Ren says, be right back. Stretch break. Yes. Stretch break. Okay. See, okay, so I want this to feel like it's blown out bright, but it doesn't feel blown out bright right now. I'm gonna go into levels and see if that can change anything a little bit with the values. If things are darker and lighter, just more contrast in general. Whoa. I mean, that's blown out, but in the way that I want. I think I like that better. Just a little bit more contrast, not saturation. I'm gonna zoom out for a sec and just see how it feels. I think I might keep it on the foliage, but not on the sky. Just gonna loosely lasso it out. Yeah, I think that's the call. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. I'm not sure, but that's kind of the point, is it's not always going to be perfect. It's all good. Alright, I also want to take some blues. Probably not that light, but just like kind of smatter them around a little bit. Maybe a different brush. Zoop. That's kind of big. But whatever. Is that weird? Yeah. I just want to leave myself a note for later that, like, when I'm going back and rendering detail in here, that I want to have fun with colors. I don't need it to be just straight up like green is green and nature is this color and I have to make it this because that's what it says. I want it to be much more loosey-goosey and able to have fun. Ooh, those rake brushes. Yeah, let's get one of those in here. I think, yeah, I did this. So it's Kyle's Rakes Drag 2 is the one that I was using earlier. It takes a minute for it to do it, but you guys can see, right? That like subtle dragginess that it does. It's so cool.
Dark Hours in the chat.
What's up, Joe? How are you today? You having a good one?
Did you get caught up on all the previous streams?
All of them?
Every single one?
Clearly. Or else they wouldn't be here, obviously. We're so happy to see you. Thank you for being here. And are you having a good... what's today? Thursday for us, but is it Friday for you? I don't know time. I've lost all sense of it, clearly.
Friday for dark hours. Not caught up on the streams yet, sadly. Have you watched the new Kurzgesagt video? Because also, in addition to time, you'll be confused about where you are in space.
Yay! We love confusion. This is just like a base layer of what I would do for texture on this piece, but I love it, so it's a good base layer in my opinion. Ooh, can I hit the right? There. Trying to get those lines I put in earlier. Ooh, now it's all bleeding down, 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 baby. Let's try making it smaller and put like some in here. Is it doing anything? Oh, it is. I'm so confused. Okay, I'm on the right layer. So it's way smaller. Okay, like that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, this is cool. This would be great for like fast motion blur, but by hand. You're just like... That one looked too clunky. I want it to be smooth, baby. That's fun. Well, just added a few of those. We'll see if I keep them. I want more gold. I know this. I think instead of the yellow or pink. Pink's sometimes a bit much. I want it to be darker. A deep gold. Rusty. Okay. Now, let's check it out with all of this on. For those who are just here for the first time, this is actually the piece we were working on. It's kind of weird, but yeah, we were doing a piece that... What's the wrong one? Where is my hard light layer? Is it up here? Yeah, there we go. So this is a piece that was kind of wish fulfillment for me, but also a wallpaper for Patreon. So the goal is to make these windows and a beautiful filigreed kind of wallpaper on the wall, and then a little cat looking out and seeing its birds fly away. And then this, like, you know, kind of blown out outdoor scene of color and life and like, oh, the outdoors. So that's what I want every day when I wake up. I want to look out and just see the beautiful outdoors. The cat's cut off because we expanded the canvas. We'll just make it really... Wait, this one is locked. Hey, Anthony, I pixel locked it. It wasn't for the reason that you said, but still.
What reason was it for?
It was filling it with a different color. Long cat. Long cat is long. When cats reach up like this to like look out the window, where does their tail go? Would you say it's down or is it up?
Down.
Okay. There. Down tail. Okay. Now I have to think, is it the values that I want? Is it the... I feel like I want to just zhuzh this a bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. The outside is red, man. What do you think, Anthony?
Yeah, the images you were using to reference definitely had that overexposed quality or underexposed interior, but since you're illustrating it, it could be the best of both worlds.
Should the interior be darker?
I feel like it should.
Beep.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, now it feels more like a light day outside and darker interior.
Alessandra says that it's going to be a pretty hot weekend over where they're at 90 degrees, have to take out their fans, and also goes on to say, "This looks great, Anna. I'm also making a comic about cats." And Rin says, "What if the kitty saw another kitty akin to the other you showed us earlier jumping and playing outside? Would that fit the mood you're wanting for this painting?"
Yeah, it totally could. Sorry, trying to make a color shift happen. Oops. Let's work a little bit on this guy, the filigree. I'm thinking, what if we made it light on the dark wall? That's not light enough to read. And I kind of wanted a spot of color within, not crazy as like saturated and multicolored as outside, but just a little touch of something, because the wallpaper I feel like is an opportunity to put in my like dream wallpaper. And my dream wallpaper is this like dark jungly kind of wallpaper, but it has little hits of color. I can also, once again, Pinterest to the rescue. I have 5 million different pins for like dream home and things like that, and so I have some examples of what I'm thinking of. And when you can have reference, you should use it. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's so many cute things. Okay, so I so badly someday want to paint like a cabinet or something like this. Like probably not this detailed and amazing, because this is like a professional cabinet painter kind of thing. But how cool would it be? Oh, it'd be so fun. I mean, look at it. That's the kind of wallpaper we could have on here. There's another one. Oh, here's some dark green back here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh my gosh, another green wallpaper. Wow, am I obsessed? I think so.
Those are lovely.
Aren't they? Oh. And then there's deep in the cavern this like very ubiquitous Pinterest image that is this one. Ugh. Ugh. It makes me so happy. The weird architecture and the light and the green and the like floral tropicaliness. I love it all so much. So yeah, that's the idea that we're going for. The inspo. Now I want more of like a branching kind of thing happening. And I think that having layers of dark and then like a little less dark on the green will create a nice little sense of depth. Not like depth, but the depth that I really like in the reference. So in order to do that, I think what we would need to do is go slightly darker. Zoop. And have some like leafy. And then go even darker than that.
Ren was also digging all of the Pinterest inspiration.
Of course, aren't we all?
I hope so. It's gorgeous.
And for this, we could make a pattern, an actual pattern, and then bring it in here and make it repeat on the background. Not sure what pattern yet, though, because I want it to have that kind of old worldy charm, which comes with those really, like, what do you call it? If you were to give those a keyword, those patterns that we just looked at.
Floral?
Yeah. Floral. I think that part of it comes with like realism as well. It's not realistic in the term of like exact,
Intricate.
but yeah, intricate. It's almost like a scientific illustration where it feels like it's got a lot of detail, but it's laid out in a way that's not necessarily realistic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, let us kind of clear the canvas for ourselves a little bit.
Oh, birds.
Birds?
You cleared the canvas, but the birds remain.
I'm just gonna give us a clean slate. Oh wait, that was the darker color. Oh no. Wait, this is the darker color. I'm crazy. Okay, yes. Good. I think I want some branches upon which we can add leaves and flowers. And berries.
Yeah, berries are pretty cool.
Berries are amazing.
Buds. I like buds.
Yeah, you do. Bud.
Bleh.
So we could have little
Do
buds.
peonies.
Peonies are amazing. Wait, what kind of... Oh, peonies... I don't know if they form, like, big bushes. Like, I'm thinking camellia. But we can look up peony bush and see how big they get.
Well, is it a bush or is it a flower?
Well, they're
Oh,
flowers,
like on a
but they
stem.
grow on a bush.
Oh, like a rose bush type of deal.
They have interesting leaves. This is funny because it's kind of like what I was going for. Okay, so they have these long guys, but they look to be in bundles of 3. So like a 3 leaf. So just to add one onto these guys. And we could have big peony buds. Oh, also, how do they grow in terms of...
Petals?
In terms of the flowers, I'm curious if they grow... It looks like on the end of the stem. So there's like bush, but then stem comes out, and then they have the bud on the end. And then it can be sometimes multiple buds out of one stem. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this one's too heavy for its own good. Poor guy. Oh gosh, am I gonna have to draw 5 million petals? I think I am. I am what I am! And I'm gonna make it a little bit more leggy than it actually is. I'm gonna show the underneath branches more than what we see in those pictures, but that's just artistic interpretation. That's what I'm going to call it. Zoop, and then we'll have boop, and bop, and bop. I'm gonna have to learn how to draw peonies, because I don't know that I have done hardcore peony.
I mean, you don't have to. It's not the main focus of the illustration.
Well, I'm gonna make it like not crazy realistic or intricate or whatever we want to call it, because this is still going to be my style or whatever, so it's gonna be like more cutesy fun, but I still want to do justice to what makes a peony so beautiful, which is those layers and layers and layers of petals, because they're gorgeous. I do love a good peony. The feeling of them is like they're a ball, but a ball made of like expanding toilet paper or something. Like if you had like really tightly wound ball of something and then like just tore one side open and it was like, you know?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Alessandra says, I love flowery patterns, so I love this.
Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, flowery patterns are the best. I love looking at them. They're not necessarily the most fun to draw for me because they're just forever and ever and ever painstakingly putting in details, but in the end they're really pretty. We started watching The Wind Rises last night.
Started?
Yeah, didn't finish it because it was too late.
Oh, when I was on Dragonette's Twitter, she posted something like, it's that time of night again where I start looking through a bunch of movie previews. And then it gets to that time of night where I'm like, well, it's too late to watch an actual movie.
Ain't that just the way?
Yeah. How late is too late for you guys? 12?
We're in bed by 12 for sure. To start a movie, I mean, we aim to go to bed around 10:30, so that would be like 8:30. But we usually go to bed around like 11:30, so.
Mm-hmm. My movies have to usually be earlier than... Well, 6 is like a good starting time for a movie. Yui.
It's been so long since I've drawn just a flower. Sorry, guys, for showing your eyeballs this, but you gotta learn sometime, right?
Did you guys ever watch Bubble?
No, that was one that I remembered last night, though, and I was like, oh, we should watch that sometime. The thing with The Wind Rises is we weren't watching it as a movie, like, to watch. It was a background movie to have on for vibes. So that's the kind of stuff that we're putting on at 10:30 or 9:30 or whatever. Because we don't need to finish it, right? But with Bubble, I want to watch that one. You've seen it, right?
I did, yeah.
Nice.
Sammy and I watched it together.
I really want to watch a movie with you, like, for the first time again. As in, like, we haven't watched a movie that we both haven't seen together in a while.
Like you and me?
Yeah.
Just us?
Just us.
I
mean, the
don't
last
know
movie
how
we
that will
watched,
happen.
I know. Well, you'll come over.
Just pull over on the road on our car trip down to Corinne. Be like,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna take a 2-hour detour so we can watch a movie together without anyone else
Gotta
around.
watch it. This Wi-Fi sucks.
Just had to leave the state to make it happen.
Flee for your movie. I really want to see Everything Everywhere All at Once so badly, and I would love to
I want to
see
say
that
it
with
comes
you.
out on June 14th. Digital and disc.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. But it's not streaming anywhere. I keep checking like every week because I really want to see that movie. I also want to see The Bad Guys, but
Yeah.
that one's one of those expensive rentals right now. It's $20 to rent it.
Yikes.
And nobody else here is like, yeah, I'll pitch in for that. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll wait then. Because if everyone here did it, then it would be $5 each. But not everybody wants to watch it as badly as I do. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Yes, man.
I could buy it for $30, but I don't know. Do I like it?
That's the problem. No, I think
I
this
think
is the
I
problem
do.
with it. Like, well, I think
It's
you
gotten
will
really
too,
good
but...
reviews. I feel like it's also been like Everything Everywhere All at Once, where a lot of people are just like, yeah, this is a really good movie.
Yeah.
It's got a really good rating. It's got good reviews. It's got good what do you call it? Like, people on Twitter are saying positive things about it.
Yeah. Audience reviews and critical reviews.
Mm-hmm. Rin says the eyeballs appreciate the sketching, and Alessandra says,
Thanks.
I don't know if it's because I'm getting old, but after a long day of work, I'm already sleepy by 9 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I got up, well, I've been, these last 2 days, I got up at 6 o'clock.
Hot dang.
No alarm, just awake. Well, like between 6 and 6:15, but anyway, just like got out of bed, I'm ready, I guess. I'm doing this.
Guess my body says yes.
So around 9 o'clock, I'm also, yeah. But I try to go to bed at 10.
Mm-hmm. I was also up at 6 this morning. You want to know why?
Okay.
Not by choice.
Uh-oh.
It's because of our horrible neighbors.
Whoa,
I don't
no.
know if it's them, like if it's people living in the upstairs apartment, or if they're doing construction on it. Because I will tell you what, in the early AM hours of the day, they are just banging like like it's like they're
Like
doing
hammers?
dumbbells and they're just like letting them fall. Like it's
Oh.
insanely loud, like boom. And then James this morning said he thought he heard a saw, but it's always changing, and we're like sometimes like okay, so there's definitely like people that live there, right? Because they have
Right.
plants on their balcony. Like if they were doing construction on the apartment, I doubt they'd have
Construction
plants on
workers
the
just
balcony.
like plants. If you were a construction
live
worker,
here
why don't you
now.
take some plants with you to every job you go on?
It's just one of those things that it's like it's killing me because it's not every day. So at one point it was like, oh, every Saturday morning at like 5 a.m. they just started and then wouldn't stop for like an hour or two, and we'd just be like, I had a horrible sleep, yay, start the weekend. It was, I don't know, it's just really annoying. But I want to start. I want to talk to the apartment complex about it because I am very, 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 and James is the same way, non-confrontational. So it's been hard to kind of muster up the courage, but it's so consistent at this point and so disruptive that I'm like, this is not something that we can just deal with. I've tried dealing with it and I'm getting bad sleep like consistently now.
It reminds me of this video, and I think you might have seen it. It came out 7 years ago. It's called Everyone's Upstairs Neighbors.
Is it, wait, Community Channel?
No.
Okay.
This website or this channel is called Above Average, but the premise of it is the upstairs neighbors know exactly what they're doing, and they're trying to make an art form out of it, where this couple are like concepting ideas of
I think I've
what
seen this.
can we do, and they're like dropping bowling balls, but then
Yeah.
like using rackets to also hit on the walls, and then the downstairs neighbors are like, what even is that? What is that? I don't know. It's very funny. I feel like
It's
in the
very
chat.
accurate. I've never had that experience before now, but now it feels very like, yep, I'm there with you. Ooh. Alessandra says, yeah, construction workers got to smell the roses too, Anna. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I assumed that they wouldn't have plants on the balcony if they were doing construction.
They get tired of the construction smells, and they just want to go outside for some nature, but they're an apartment complex, so the only place they could do that is on the balcony with plants that they have to provide themselves. They don't even get
Aw,
compensated for it, so really you should feel badly.
So sad. Oh, I'm so sorry for them, suddenly. Also, that was the new thing in our lease this year. We were reading through it. And
Noises?
construction. You have to be cool with construction if you're going to live here.
What?
And we were like,
What a
oh
weird thing to-
no.
Can you make us pay less money for all the noise pollution?
If
No.
you wanna live.
Rin says we started watching Shang-Chi with lunch today.
Ah,
May finish it with
nice.
dinner.
Oh yeah.
Like Shang-Chi. It's
Yeah,
a good
that's a fun one.
Shang-Chi.
I think you'll enjoy the end very much.
I like Aquafina,
Yeah, she's great.
which is also why I want to see Bad Guys. She's in there.
Oh no way! Another Aquafina.
I think she
They've
plays.
taken over.
The character's name is Miss Tarantula or something like that.
Oh really? Oh, one of the main crew. That's awesome.
Yeah. Jake in the chat. Hi Anna. Hi Anthony. Good to see
Hola,
your
Jake.
faces.
Our faces are on today. Isn't that crazy? And I've got a big pimple just to like, celebrate.
What?
It's like,
Where? I didn't even
hello?
notice.
It's not one that's like out and about yet. It's like brewing. I think it's around here. I don't know. I get a lot of chin stuff, but it's fine. Pimples, blemishes, interruptions in the skin are a way of life. Okay, it's an art form and unto itself.
Sure.
Oh, and Jake, we're making wallpaper today, and it's literally
you.
wallpaper, and it's also
A Patreon
digital wallpaper.
patron.
A Patreon patron. Not the other
Yeah.
kind, that other patron. Patron saint.
Just like a real life Medici, is that right?
Arrivederci. Medici. The Medici family funded a bunch of artwork back in olden times.
Making them patrons. But not on Patreon. Just real people.
I very much prefer the digital Patreon version because a lot of the time with those old school patron things, they'd have them like paint either just them in like their most lavish garb possible or god stuff all the time, religious, whatever, constantly. And like, can you imagine being an artist just told every day, this is what you're going to paint for the rest of your life. I'm paying you. This is all you're going to do.
What do you think they did with their money? How do you think they spent that money?
Probably going and traveling and learning more about artwork. I doubt it was like a lot of money compared to what the people had that were paying them. But I don't know. Sistine Chapel.
How much hidden stuff do you think is in all of that?
Oh, a lot. Well, Minna would tell us about it. Our history teacher was amazing.
Well, that's how they kept it interesting, right?
Yeah.
They hid stuff in it.
Exactly. See? Just if you're getting
Everyone
paid
loves
and you
pimples.
don't-
Yay, pimple! Dark Ever says,
Woo!
and I super recommend you check out Loop earplugs.
Earplugs. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, has James been having any issue with the construction work? Because he wears earplugs, doesn't he?
He did. So he wore earplugs for a very long time until his ears started getting irritated on the inside, and so he couldn't wear them anymore, or else it was gonna like actually hurt him. And so he's been trying to like let it heal, and it's taken a long time. And so he's without earplugs right now, and it's just loud and bad.
You should try these headphones in bed in the morning. The noise canceling could come in handy. Just put on some like lo-fi music with the noise canceling on. And...
I don't even think I have a thing to plug them into, other than my
Your
computer.
phone.
No, it
Oh,
doesn't.
your phone doesn't have a
plug.
thingy.
I don't think so.
Your iPad,
No, it
maybe? Does your iPad?
No, it's a Mac thing, man. They don't have anything without a dongle.
Wait, the iPad doesn't have a thing
Headphone
for your
jack?
headphones?
No, I don't believe so. I use Bluetooth headphones, if anything, but those aren't noise canceling.
Wow.
I know, it's quite the conundrum. But, I would rather have the noise issue taken care of than try to subvert it with, like, problem-solving stuff. Just because, why the heck do they need to be so loud?
6 a.m. daylight time. Legit. They could start
The
construction.
sun's up! Time to
Yep.
make noise!
Exactly.
No. I reject that
I
theory.
kind of have a similar problem, but it's with roommates and watching movies at nighttime because my schedule is like I go to bed at 10 and everybody else is like I go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. We're going to watch a movie. And that's right next to my room.
That's right next to the movie. Great.
And it has surround sound, and 2 of the speakers are on my wall.
Oh
and
my
then the subwoofer is
gosh.
just also loud.
Anthony!
So,
I'm so sorry.
I usually have a lot of white noise happening. I've got an air filter, my fan, the Google speakers, which I have just play rain sounds, and then I'll put a pillow over my head.
Oh my gosh. I imagine, or you could just like ask them, like, hey, please turn it down.
No, I did,
don't.
yeah. But it's the subwoofer, I think, is really like...
Well, you can definitely turn that off individually too, right?
You can, but it's... I don't know. I just wish they would watch movies during daytime. But
like,
I get
the
that our
sun
schedules
went down.
aren't the
It's
same.
a natural theater.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, the sun went down. It's a natural theater.
But yeah, the amount of white noise in your room, I imagine like the movie stops and it's just like the loudest noise is coming from your room, but it's all just like to drown those out. Like,
it's yeah, exactly. It's like a Catch-22 or something where they keep turning the movie up because my white noise is so loud and I keep turning up the white noise.
Yep. And then you're just blasting your ears with nothing. Like, I'm so drowned out now. My hearing is gone. Thank goodness. Ugh, I hate it. I'm gonna talk to your roommates for you.
It's fine.
Hey, they watch the stream sometimes. Hey, guys, don't watch movies at 2 a.m. Just consider it. It's fine.
It's usually not at 2 a.m. It's usually around like 10 or 11 when I'm trying to go to sleep that it's usually a problem.
Well, there are like hours that, at least in apartments and stuff, they set hours of noisy time and non-noisy time.
I'm sure if I did go in and I was like, hey, can you turn it down and maybe put subtitles on? They would be like, oh, dang. Okay, yeah, I guess.
Whoa. I guess someone has to sleep.
Reacts to requests.
How gross.
I know. I don't like the confrontation, so I just put a pillow over my head.
I understand, man. I haven't told anybody about our construction neighbors. And James is the same way. We're just like, I guess it's over now. Maybe tomorrow morning it'll happen again, and then we'll get the guts to go say something about it.
What time do you usually wake up? 10?
No, James has his alarm probably set to for like 8:30, and I wake up around like, I try to wake up around 9, but like around 9:30 I'm starting to be alive. You know what I mean? I take a long time to wake up. It's not pretty.
I wonder if you could ask the front office, like, if they have to do construction, can it start at like 8 instead of 6? I wake up at 9, so it's still going to be annoying for me, but could it not be 6 a.m.?
No, I would go for the, like, I'd shoot for the stars. I'd just be like, start at noon or die. That's it. There's no other way. You gotta get it done when I say you gotta get it done.
It's like, okay, we can agree to the construction happening, but we have to also compromise on what that time is, please.
It's so funny because I'm like all tough talk when I think about it, but then I was like, when I'm talking to a person, I'll be like, yeah, whatever works for you. Okay, is there anything I can do to make your day better? Gosh, I
can come upstairs and help you with the construction.
No, Anthony, you don't even understand. I literally had to delete sentences. Anthony, Corinne, and I are booking an Airbnb. We're going for a vacation. Yay. It happened. But at the end of the message to her, just saying like, hey, I booked the thing. Yay. Because I had asked her a few questions beforehand. And so I just wanted to say like a nice can't wait for this. And I literally put in sentences where I was like, if there's anything I can do to make it easier on you as like the host. And I was like, and we're really quiet and just like really fun people and like we love animals and all that stuff. And like I had to be like, Anna,
self-edit.
You are not here to like just, I don't know, please other people constantly to be like, I'm the nicest person you've ever met. Trust me. Like, stop it. You can just exist. It's fine.
Be mean. It took you long enough to get like, back to
erase. Me. This has been a great experience. No, I there was nothing I could say about it. There was nothing wrong, which is the reason it's so silly. Like, there was no confrontation to even avoid. I was just saying a thing to a person. And I still couldn't. Wait,
what's the problem? You think you were being too nice?
I was being way too nice. Or like overly, I don't know, like trying to preempt if there was an issue. Like, how can I help you? Like, I think of people running an Airbnb and for some reason I'm just like, man, that must be hard. It's like, it's not. It's just a business. They're like a landlord. Like, calm down. I think it's because my uncle has one, so I'm kind of like, I don't know, more sympathetic to it, but it's silly. I don't know, it's just silly.
Do you talk to your uncle about his Airbnb woes all the time?
No. I'm sure
You just
he would
know
be
that he
like,
has one.
it's fine. I just think of it as like people rather than corporations, and whenever there are people involved, I want to be overly nice. Like, say I buy something from a small business or an Etsy store or something like that, then I always try to like include a note like, I really love your work, or like, if don't worry about shipping it fast, I'm cool with it taking time, or like whatever it is, like just so they understand that I understand they're a person and they're not like expected to do things at the rate of a business.
But you're
that's, like,
tired
really
of that,
big.
and you wanted to delete all those sentences from this Airbnb response?
No, it was just I've gotten to the point where I'm like
Tone it down.
pathological with it. Yeah, like calm down. You don't
You're just
need
like,
to do
thanks so
this."
much.
I don't know. Anyways, I think it's
Thanks so much, and I'll
over-explained at this
clean the
point.
pool afterwards
Yeah,
after
exactly.
using it. And I'll leave mitts on pillows for you. You don't have to worry about getting more.
I take the same approach to staying in an Airbnb that I do in the forest. You got to leave it better than you found it. So like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna erase my footprints as I leave.
Yeah. I bought new bedspreads.
Which, like, it's true. I'm never gonna, like, litter on their property. I'm never gonna be a bad person that's, like, staying at their Airbnb. But I can do that with my actions. I don't need to be this overly polite, setting expectations to whatever. So, anyways, long story ramble short, you guys, just, you don't have to be so nice to everybody. It's okay. And if you want to be nice, do it with your actions. They're much more meaningful.
Jarko says there's something called a brown noise playlist on Spotify.
That
I hope
sounds
that
gross.
sounds better in reality than what the title makes me think about.
Brown noise.
We've got Brian in the chat. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
And Jake says the classic, hello, Brian. I have to watch Spaced again. Let me just pull up that clip. I need to
Hello,
remember.
Brian.
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 Oh, Brian. Spaced.
Y'all.
Brian. He's creepy looking in this screenshot. He's got red paint splattered on his face, but it looks like blood.
Not you, Brian. The other Brian. Brian, have you ever seen Spaced? It's a British comedy with Simon Pegg and, oh golly. Anthony. This is Anthony's, like, most chortly laugh yet.
Oh, Marsha. She's so good. Hello,
my
Brian.
gosh.
Oh, I love it so much. Anyway, hi, Brian. Jarko says the ultimate combo: loop earplugs, weighted blanket, brown noise playlist, and if it's a Friday, which it is, a glass of red wine.
Oh my gosh. Just everything you could ever want.
That does sound amazing. Let's hang out.
Except for, the thing is, you and I don't drink, well, and I don't think Corinne either. We don't drink wine, and this place that we're going to for our vacation is like wine country. So we're not going to be able to, like...
It would be beautiful at the vineyards, even if we
yeah.
didn't do drinking.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm just saying, like, there's a whole part of the experience that, like, a wine lover would love. And we would just be like...
the thing about wine tasting is that you spit it out anyway, so I don't know, we'd probably fit in. We'd be like, oh, yeah, next one.
I don't like that one. I don't like that one.
We'd fit right in.
I don't like any
you just
of them.
don't, you don't say the
baby.
words, I don't like it. You just keep spitting it out.
Oh, okay,
nodding along.
Notes of gross.
It tastes like brown noise sounds like. Good? Question mark. Okay. Question mark.
Apparently they go
Dark Horse is
together.
here.
So. Gross question mark? I don't know.
Oh, it sounds like Alessandra might have some noisy neighbor problems as well.
Oh no. This is that the end of the story?
Sounds like they maybe were drilling at midnight.
That's disgusting. That breaks all the ordinances.
Jake says, I almost had a confrontation with the front office lady at my daughter's school a couple days ago.
Oh no.
Why?
What did she do? She's evil.
Clerical
We're on
stuff
your
at
side.
schools. Yeah. Corinne's also going through some clerical stuff at schools.
That's how I feel about that.
Dark Hours says, quote, start at noon or die. That's me with any task ever. Let's be real. Also, I will genuinely hype y'all up for confrontation. I struggle with it for myself sometimes, but confronting on behalf of others, it's showtime.
I totally agree. Whenever it's somebody else, I'm just like, no, just do the thing. You deserve it.
Yeah.
And like,
So much
for
easier
me,
being that person.
Yeah.
Brian says, I might be guilty of a few late night vacuumings.
Oh my
Jake says,
gosh.
You're one of the bad ones. Jake says, preemptively avoiding potential confrontation. Darko says, I will write all the strongly worded letters for you. For anyone. Let me at them.
The thing is, Brian, first, if you're vacuuming, I got no problem. That's like 10 minutes tops. That's not going to be like a crazy thing. It's the sustained hours of sudden loud noises. Even a vacuum becomes white noise within like 2 minutes. So like, that's fine. I think it's much more the like sudden dropping of things that literally shake our walls. I'm like, is something going to fall through the ceiling? That's how it sounds. It's bad. So, yeah, even if they are doing construction, I'm like, stop dropping your equipment.
My roommate upstairs above my room is the same way. Stuff is constantly falling.
Yikers.
It used to like make me jump a lot, but it happens every day. And now I'm just like, yeah, that makes sense that it's happening.
What the heck, man? That's weird. I don't like that.
I don't like it either, but I guess I also got used to it.
Dark Hours, I think you got a letter to write. Strongly word it up.
Sometimes they text me and they apologize, like, sorry for the loud noises, I'm rearranging my room, but I mean, it happens literally every day.
Okay, well.
So I think they just drop things on accident, and it's hardwood floors upstairs. There's no carpet to cushion any of the sounds, so it's... What did I say it was upstairs? Hardwood floor, yeah.
Are you lying to me? Are you trying to keep like consistent with your lies? What did I say it was again? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Too deep.
Sympathize with me.
Don't sympathize with liars.
I thought I said hardwood carpet for a second, so I wanted to make sure I said hardwood floor because I know that hardwood carpet isn't a real thing.
I so badly want to slip that into conversation now. Like,
could you
beautiful
imagine?
hardwood
It's just
carpets, the whole thing.
Sticks coming out of the ground.
I imagine it's carpet, but that's been like plastered over or something, or like, you know, that like resin over it or something. So it's like hard, I guess, wood carpets. Where's the wood? Maybe the carpet is made out of wood cellulose.
Cellulose?
Yeah. Have you heard about this? There's a fabric called tencel. I just got pants that are tencel. And it's
Isn't that what you
made
put on
of
Christmas
like
trees?
No, that's tinsel. Tencel. It's like TENCEL, and it's made of cellulose fibers from plants. So it's like a plant-derived thing,
right?
Which is so cool, and it's also very stretchy and comfortable and soft.
Is it green?
Like the pants I got are literally green. I have green pants now. It's like this. This is the color of my pants. Wow.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's good.
You could sit on grass without any worrying. I don't know if it would be like, hey, my family, and like you can't sit back up because the cellulose pants are trying to become one with the grass again. Is that how that works?
I was so confused as to what you were talking about.
Oh, brown noise is airplane noise. Why?
Wait, airplane noise, like the
Brown
sound
noise
an airplane makes,
airplane
or like
noise.
being on
Like
an
at
airplane
takeoff?
with people and
One of the most
talking and like.
I think the sound that an airplane makes, because otherwise it would just be airplane ambience.
Like that.
I'm gonna fall asleep. Oh, it's so soothing.
If it was the feeling of like taking off, I love that feeling so much. I could fall asleep to that.
It's good, yeah. Is that like G-forces? You're just like...
Yeah. All the blood goes out of my brain.
Dark Hour says, I have accidentally hyped myself up too much, and now I want confrontation.
I welcome it.
Oh, Brian
like
has to leave. That was probably a little while
see
ago.
you, Brian. Have a good day.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Probably play with you
Dark Hour
tomorrow.
says, I mean,
Wait,
red wine can easily be
tomorrow's
replaced
Friday.
with a hearty meal,
Yeah,
like a stew.
a hearty
I love
meal.
a chunky wine.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in
A
a
hot,
stew.
chunky wine stew.
Yeah. I'll spit that out.
I'll make some brown noise after that.
Ew!
Wait,
You're
who can be grosser?
disgusting. No, I
Me.
was saying like the wine tasting, and then you made it weird with brown.
You made it weird.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh, Dark Hour says, I mean, you don't have to spit it out. Oh, I thought you did for some reason.
It's a rule. You must spit the out. Hot chunky wine. You nasty boy. You know, honestly, every recipe that calls for wine, I've never had wine, and so I just make it without it. And I think they go fine.
I had a recipe in this Mediterranean cookbook that says to rinse off the chicken with white wine.
What?
And it definitely comes through. The white wine flavor is definitely there.
You
I mean,
rinse
you
it?
wouldn't do either of these things. You won't eat chicken, and you probably wouldn't buy white wine just to rinse chicken. But let me tell you, it tastes really good.
I'm gonna go
And
rinse me
now
some
that
chicken.
recipe reminds me of The Princess Bride, because when I first made it, I watched The Princess Bride, and now it's like this taste association thing.
Get off the grass. That's my other language talk. You remember?
I
from
said The Princess Bride.
Oh my gosh. I thought Princess Diaries.
He's like, what part of the movie? What
The
part
Princess
of the movie?
Briarwood.
Oh, she thought of a different
Okay,
one.
so The Princess Bride. That is inconceivable.
Yes.
And then at the end you were like, anybody want a peanut?
Anybody want to be them?
Okay, references.
Stop saying that. Stop doing that.
Just-
Rhyming in general. So what does he say?
Well,
Vicini's a meanie.
when you're saying stop saying that, that's actually the six-fingered man saying it to Inigo Montoya, and he's saying,
Right.
"Stop saying that. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die."
And he slashes him.
Well, it's actually more of a stab, right in the gut.
No, in his cheeks. He gets both of them,
Ah,
like his
yeah.
cheeks.
Offer me anything I want. Ah, such a good scene.
What, my father back you?
Son of a.
Jack always says this hat. Can't talk.
This hat is on
Dark
fire.
Hour says, this all has reminded me. I built IKEA cabinets the other day and had to use a hammer. I might have to make a treat box for my floor. I might have to make a treat box for my floor. What does that mean? What? Where you put candy? Is that what that means?
I used a
treat box
hammer,
for
so
my-
yes, I'm going to make a treat box for my floor.
I don't understand. My
I
brain.
don't get any of it.
Wait, if I keep scrolling. No.
Oh my gosh.
Dark Hour says, ooh, okay, but branches from the floor sound magical, and green pants are top notch.
Green pants are top notch. I can attest to this after a few weeks of them. I'm gonna wear
Alessandra
them.
says, quote, that doesn't hurt my ears at all, me to my neighbors. And Dark Hour says, you sit down on the grass for a second, and you becometh the ground. The sound that the airplane makes on the inside when you are in it is what the brown noise is.
It's
in
so
the little
mechanical.
laboratory.
There's something about it that makes me feel at ease. Is that a thing? Ill at ease?
Ill at ease. Maybe it's for people who have been on long flights and have to sleep during the airplane noise, and since it's so constant, like you were saying about vacuuming, but it's over several hours.
On the contrasting side, though, how cool would it be is if you fall asleep to that sound all the time? You get on a plane and it's like a 24-hour ride. You're just out. Pretty
How do
sweet.
pilots do it?
How
They
do
fall
they
asleep
do?
at the wheel? What do they use
Probably
up
the
there?
alarm sounds if they fall asleep are a good indicator of like you should wake up. That was a hiccup.
Was it?
Was it? You'll see. You'll find out.
Dark Hour says cold chunky wine is sangria.
That's true. Chunky wine, just a little chunky wine.
Alessandra said, yeah, my mom uses wine to do that on chicken. Rinse it.
Why? Okay, so tell me about this rinsing. First of all, why do you need to rinse chicken? And second of all, why with wine?
Flavor?
But isn't that
Flavor.
called like brining it or marinating it? You're rinsing it. So does that mean you're doing like a bottle of wine down the sink with the chicken in between?
I put the wine, it asked for like a cup or something. I don't remember specifically, but I put it in a bowl and then I put the chicken breast or pieces or whatever it was in the bowl, and then I was like rolling it around in there to like
Marinating.
rinse it off, but not marinating, because I think that means that you let it sit for a while in whatever it is. I was literally just putting it in to like rotate it a couple of times and then shaking off the excess and putting it in the pan. I wasn't just dumping endless amounts of wine down the sink, just a cup.
So what do you do with the wine after? You
The
dump
wine
it?
goes down the sink, yeah.
Okay. So it is.
I don't know what brining is.
It's like marinating.
How
You
is
would
it
keep
different?
it in it. I don't know. There's dry brining and wet brining, and wet brining to me is marinating.
Isn't that a rub?
Maybe.
Like a dry
I mean, there
rub?
are multiple things that are the same thing called different things. Words.
Cinnamons.
Cinnamons? What?
Ooh, synonyms.
Synonyms! It's like you almost said a word. You're like, I kicked into the pin.
Maybe I did, and you just haven't heard of it yet. I'm doing it again. There are spit out tastings and drink it all tastings.
So wait, they have different types? Oh, wow.
Dr. says this reminds me of the legend of the whiskey chicken and another thing. Hold on, I will find. And Rin says, sounds like a box of treats you'd leave by the mailboxes. They're similar frequented spot for anyone to take something. One of those little libraries.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
Jake says, it was dumb. There was a musical performance that my kid was supposed to be a part of, but she kind of melted down when the audience showed up, so she didn't perform and just watched it with me.
I feel like that's very common.
Anyway, it was right before the end of the day, so the principal was like, you can check your child out, but they will have to go back to their class before you can retrieve them. So anyway, she was really ready to leave and wasn't part of the thing anymore. So I went to check her out, and there was a line of parents with their children trying to preemptively check their kid out, and the lady was basically making everyone wait, which I get. But while everyone was just standing around waiting and I was the only parent there with their actual kid with them, I jumped a line and was like, I'm also here to check out my kid, but I have my kid with me and she's ready to go home. And she was like, you'll have to wait in line. And I was like, but nobody is doing anything. Anyway, she sent the school nurse out to talk to me, and it felt very weird, but I did finally get her checked out and went home. It was dumb. That was a lot. You don't have to read it all. Too late.
It happened. That is, kind of ridiculous. That sounded like somebody with a little bit of bureaucratic power that went to their head.
I know, seriously. I would have been like, I took my kid home. Sorry.
Too bad you didn't get to check her
system.
out.
That
Whoops.
is bad.
Seriously, that's just like, come on. Come on. What is it? Where was I? Very much
Basically,
admire...
I'm going to take out my Halloween pumpkin bowl and fill it with a candy that everyone can enjoy as thanks for putting up with me. That's what that meant.
I like that. Okay. I agree with that.
I thought it was a fixture that was built into the floor somehow. I might have to make a treat box for my floor. Floor! As like an apartment complex.
Right.
On the floor that you live on. That was not registering with me at all. I was just like,
you were thinking the floor, yes.
The floor.
And you were thinking it was for the floor?
And I think it was for the floor. There's a treat box for the floor.
I was thinking like a...
What do floors like? You want some carpet cleaner?
Carpet cleaner. Oh my gosh. James told me a story about a roommate that they had who is very well-meaning but never learned how to do certain chores in life. Like, was kind of, I would say I was kind of in that same wheelhouse of, like, not taught everything you were supposed to do. It was assumed at a certain age you would know it. And so this kid was in college, away from his family for the first time, and he was very well-meaning and tried to clean things like the carpet. And put one of those carpet dusting like powders that you vacuum up on it, but then also put a liquid cleaner on top of it, and all of the powder turned into a paste. And then he tried to vacuum it up with James's vacuum, and it broke.
Well, Duh. You'd have to use a shop vac at that point.
Yeah. But he didn't know. He was just trying to clean the carpet. Anthony. You're like, ow.
Did he pay for the vacuum?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not. Most of James's things were destroyed when he was living in student housing, just because other people don't care for other people's possessions for some reason. But yeah, he was just kind of telling the story as a fun thing, not as a I hate that guy who ruined my vacuum thing. Also, the first night, apparently he was there, he tried doing dishes and running the dishwasher for the first time on his own. And he put liquid dish cleaner in the thing, like filling it up completely. And so suds started filling the entire kitchen, just everywhere.
You see that in movies.
Yeah. Oh, so good. Ugh.
You could do that in a washing machine too, if you wanted to try that out.
Oh, I do. Let's do that
Suds
at the
everywhere.
Airbnb and
I
be
like
the best
bubbles.
people ever.
We cleaned your washing machine
And everything
the washing
else.
machine floor and walls in the hallway. By clean, I mean there's a bunch of bubbles in there.
Bubbles means clean.
Darko says, brining keeps chicken incredibly moist while adding an excellent flavor. Brining is basically soaking meat in a saltwater solution, but the flavor doesn't stop it, just salt. Brining chicken with wine is called Cockavine.
Yes. Exactly that. I love it.
Oven. More accurately, marinating with wine. You can also just pour wine in and cook it, so you remove the alcohol, but get the delicious flavor.
I love how you read the, like, informational stuff as, like, a hot tip for those at home. You can brine
The whiskey
your
chicken recipe, for example, is more of a coq au vin marinade situation. Like that. Rin says, just a
Amazing.
hidden box of treats beneath the floorboards. Anthony.
Obviously. I was thinking it was going to be a trap door beneath the floor, but you have treats under there. Like, my floor has treats in it.
Within it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Files
that's
are
accurate.
in the computer.
In the computer. Exactly. You get it.
Speaking of the night at museum. Night at the museum.
Yeah, where
Darker
Zoolander
says-
goes to the museum.
It's a model. What is this? A museum for ants. Dark Hour says, actually, okay, final clarification. With the whiskey chicken, you marinate it first, and then coq au vin it.
That sounds inappropriate.
I'm into it.
Okay. Well,
It's COQ, but with a French pronunciation.
croquette. That's the only CQ word I could think of that was French. A French croquette. Which I just saw a Japanese croquette on Binging with Babish. He had Kenji Lopez Alt come on the show and
What?
show... That's their name.
Is that someone's name?
Yeah.
Alt? What does that mean?
J.
like-
Kenji Lopez Alt. Boom. It's a very long name.
Alt?
Alt.
That just makes me think like
Alt J.
alternate.
Oh, like you
Or
was
an alt account.
replaced.
This is my alternate account. This is my alt name? What does that mean?
Yes, all of that. Alt of that.
Alt.
But yeah, he's a very famous chef and showed a Japanese croquette recipe with cooking with a wok. And gave some very good reasons why deep frying in a wok is like the optimal way to do it.
Deep frying in a wok.
Yeah.
That's a scary amount of oil. Deep frying.
Well, he was saying that with something with straight edges, you would have a lot of... You should just watch the video. There's like reasons that a flared edge like a wok has is better for it. Basically, you use less oil.
A lot of hot oil scares me, no matter how much it is.
Well,
Just
it's less.
a lot is more than half a cup.
Okay. Babish does say a good little hot tip because he was like, oh yeah, if you're afraid of the oil, you should do this kind of method of putting the stuff in. And then Babish just pops in and says, and if you're really afraid of oil, you should just go to a restaurant. I
Yeah.
agree with that. Also some sweet potato tempura. Oh my gosh. He made 2 things, so. Just catching you up on the episode.
Really, Julia Childs? Thank you for catching me up on the episode while I watched a Julia Child video about Kokovin and I think she was pronouncing things as well as I did.
You mean you pronounced it as well as she does?
I heard myself say it before I heard Julia Child say it, so she came after me in this instance. This story reminds me of when I tried to boil, cook, heat up milk in the kettle. It happened more recently than I'd like to admit. A lot of hot anything scares me too.
Are you okay? Oh no.
What?
A lot of hot milk? Something?
A lot of hot anything scares me too.
Yeah.
And then something about boil, cooking, stick it in a stew, or stick it in a kettle, I guess. In the kettle. Like an electric kettle where you boil water, you tried to put milk in that? So that's...
Apparently, I just watched a spicy chicken sandwich episode of Watcher, and they had Pepto-Bismol with milk, like mixing it, and they said it was delicious.
Ew. Yum. Is that strawberry milk?
Quote, ew. Yum.
I can't make up my mind.
Yeah, that's what Ryan was saying. Like, oh yeah, this could be better than Nesquik. That was before he had tried it, and then he was like, this is amazing. So, there you go. If you need some spicy relief in your gut, Pepto-Bismol and milk.
Oh yeah, I suppose so. Not just for a flavor, but for an actual medical benefit.
Yeah,
that makes more sense
they
to
were
me.
eating spicy stuff, so they were trying to relieve that. What better could you do?
I thought they were just doing it for flavor.
No. Although they did have a discussion, brief one, about like, do you like the taste of Pepto-Bismol? I've never liked it. I think it's sickly, kind of gross.
Yeah, I feel like when I was a kid, there was a bubblegum flavor, and that was a lot more palatable. So I snuck some. And that's probably why they changed it back to gross. They're like, oh, kids are just poisoning themselves.
Down in that Pepto.
Oops.
I mean,
Tastes
is
too
it
good.
poison? I'm sure at a certain point there's too much.
Anything's poison at a certain amount, even water.
Oh my gosh, those cough drops, Ludens, that were cherry flavored, were straight up candy, and I would eat those. I remember that.
There was an episode of CSI where someone died from hydrotoxicity at a hazing event at a college or something.
I remember that.
And then that's where I was like, you could die from water?
Yes.
And then I think in the episode, they're like, yeah, everything's toxic at a certain amount. So literally everything can kill you.
Everything can kill you.
Yeah. Dark Hours says, I'm fine. The kettle was not. We needed a new kettle. My ADHD brain did a silly that day. I wanted hot milk quick. And I just assumed that the kettle would be easier and quicker than using a pot. Flawless logic.
Interesting. I guess.
My sister put shrimp in a dryer once.
Tell me more. Tell me more. Like
all our clothes smell like seafood after a while. For a while.
No, just seafood. Oh my gosh, that is intense. Why did she put? Why?
The oven was occupied.
There was literally an episode on this, I think, where there was like food in, the dryer. Would it cook? But yeah, that is.
Yeah. Ew, I watched that.
Ew.
What was that guy's name?
I don't know.
He was like really smart.
I don't know.
And then he started becoming a YouTuber. Not that that's like a bad decision.
Gross. Why would you do that? But the
Matt Pat, is that his name?
Is it one of his? I don't know. It was a while ago.
I want to say him and his girlfriend were out in the front of their house, and they plugged in the dryer, and then they were putting a bunch of different stuff in there, like popcorn and pizza and a bag of meat that they taped to the wall of the dryer to see if... Is that him?
I remember pizza, but anyways, the idea of cooking something in a dryer, I guess, isn't that abstract, but still, like, Shrimp especially. Can you imagine seafood? Well, I guess you can because you lived through it.
Yeah, it is.
I think that would be horrible.
Well, it was breaded.
Oh, Dark Hour says there was a Bon Appetit video
Breaded
of
shrimp.
it. Egg in the dish. Oh, it was dishwasher.
How does that cook?
I need to watch, obviously.
How hot does the dishwater water get?
Dishwasher water.
Is it a boiled egg?
Hard boiled.
Scrambled, I guess, because it's got that agitator at the bottom. You just open it up and
No,
a
you
whole
would have to have a
cube of scrambled eggs
container.
comes out. No. The whole thing's absurd. So is the result. It can be whatever my imagination wants it to be.
An entire cube of egg.
Yeah, you just open it up. And
I love it.
when you pull out the drawers.
Wait, the drawers are mid-egg, like they're inside suspended. Ew, exactly. I hate it.
Jake says, I learned recently that something seemingly very innocuous is actually very deadly, and then doesn't go on to say what it is.
Jake, what the heck? He's like, yeah, you guys will probably all die of this. I hold the power now.
It's gonna be a surprise.
You tell me what to do, teacher.
No, do tell me so I don't have it accidentally. Yeah.
Batteries, don't eat them. Apparently.
Seemingly very innocuous. I think people know not to eat batteries. I would hope so.
You might be surprised.
I did equate you to something I needed to not charge earlier, so batteries go in you? No. Coin operated boy.
Sitting on the shelf.
Dark Arrow says, it was a Bon Appetit. Oh, you already read that. Jeffrey says, hello. Hello.
Hello, Jeffrey. Is the thing gravity? Cook
we don't
the
know
egg
yet.
with gravity. Defying gravity.
Is it the innocuous thing? Is the thing gravity?
We shall see.
I guess it could kill
Jake
you.
holds all the power in this conversation. He just started something and left. Like, no,
Maybe
you
it's
did not get to know.
Inappropriate, so he can't say.
That's where your mind goes.
Always. Jake says, we had a cutting board on the stove the other day, and the wrong burner got turned on. Wait, was that it?
Oh no, was it plastic?
Burning plastic is a big no-no, and I accidentally do it too many times. Also, aluminum foil in the microwave is bad idea.
Wait, Jeffrey says wooden cutting board. Gravity is everywhere. It's like time. It's everywhere. Ah! Everything is everywhere all the time. Watch the movie.
Yoicks.
Yoicks.
So did it melt if it was plastic, or did it catch on fire if it was wood? And which do you prefer?
I would prefer wood
or plastic.
For
Me
sure.
too.
Well, we have bamboo cutting boards, but the same thing happened in essence. So I took the kettle off of the stove. I have a metal kettle, and put it on the side where it was like on a, what do you call those things? Like a pad. But it was slightly off the pad on one side, and it hit a rubber band. The rubber band melted to the bottom. I picked it up, put it back on the burner, and now between a hot kettle and a burner, this rubber band is smoking. And it was the worst smell of my life. And we were just like, oh, what was that? Oh, take it off. And like, I literally like took it outside. There was smoke everywhere. We opened up all the windows, tried not to breathe. We put on masks at a certain point, and we're just like, oh, because it stank to high heaven. And of course, that's all like noxious fumes. So yeah, that was,
I should have gone on a walk. Was it rainy out?
We just stood on the balcony. I think it was like at midnight or something.
Midnight? Oh, dear.
It was dark out, and it was winter, so it was probably 6 p.m., but still. But yeah, it was grody, and would not recommend. So keep your rubber bands far away from anything heated.
Ashley and I were walking through the park near our house, and we saw a puddle of
Mud.
Melted. Well, there used to be a porta potty there, so we think someone set it on fire.
Oh no!
Because it was just so weird to see such a massive amount of whatever it was, and then I was like, wait, wasn't that where the porta potty was? Is that the porta potty?
Ugh. No, they just put the wrong chemical into the bottom, and instead of eating all the nasty stuff down there, I just ate the whole thing. Just turned into like an acid bath. Yikes!
It was scary.
Jake, you're so dedicated, saying, like, I'm on my phone now. The cutting board was plastic. But that wasn't the thing? I'm afraid to say the thing because I don't want anyone poisoning people. We don't want to
What?
poison people.
I don't think anyone here would do it.
I think it's more about avoiding poisoning yourself. But if you think it's, I don't know, IOK powder.
Nefarious.
If it's in the Anarchist Cookbook, don't say it.
What's the Anarchist Cookbook?
Oh, it was a book that went around in the 90s that told people how to make bombs and stuff.
Oh, I'll have to look that up later.
Don't do it. It's basically used by really bad people. But
how'd you know about it?
Because in the 90s, all the kids had
You
it
were a really
because
bad
it was
person.
on like all of the, what do you call it, like LimeWire and stuff like that. Like,
Oh, LimeWire.
yeah, downloading viruses by the day, and then you get like, oh, what's this interesting link? And then suddenly you have all of the instructions for really bad stuff, and you're just like, I mean, yeah, it's dangerous stuff. But anyways, I didn't personally have it, but I knew people that did, and it was not stuff you want in the hands of just anybody. So
Oh, okay. I won't look it up. I'll continue reading my other books.
your like self-help books and your cute little like, here's a story about good things.
I wish. The book I'm reading is traumatizing sometimes. And he's just making so many bad decisions.
Then
But it's a bad time. So I get where he's coming from. But also, you've been given so many chances with specific people to be true to who you are. It's hard to read.
You can stop at any time, you know? You don't have
I'm dedicated.
to
I'm
continue.
literally halfway through. Spent $18 on this book. I will read it. It was on that list of books that, well, you know, because I sent it to you the other day. Because you're like, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, all of these books, except for this one. Because I'm reading it currently.
And apparently you don't like it, so where did this list come
No, it's
from?
not that I don't like it. It's like...
Parts of it are just harsh.
Yeah, like Titanic. Overall, good movie. I don't like that hundreds of people died.
And it was a true story.
Yeah.
Rough.
That's not great. But I still enjoy the movie. You know, it's one of those types of things where it's like,
Alright,
I'm
the
enjoying
love
the
better
book.
win in the end of this book.
Oh god, I'm hoping. I really don't know. I'm already to the point where I'm like, well, I don't think that's ever going to work out there, but I hope you find love somewhere.
Burn bridge.
Jeffrey says, massive amount of melted blue plastic for the porta potty. Are we sure that it wasn't the TARDIS? It was the TURDIS.
Ew! You're the brown noise. Get out of here.
I already said multiple times. Jeffrey says, LimeWire. Just typing those words makes the internet afraid.
Yeah. Anthony introduced me to LimeWire way back in the day.
But it wasn't for...
No, it was for music. That's
yeah, it was for music. It wasn't so we could learn how to make
anything.
people.
Make people? Oh no,
Well,
Anthony.
I was slowing down because I didn't know if I wanted to finish it, but it was still bad without.
Yeah, it was all bad.
Anyway.
No, I didn't
LimeWire
use
for
it for that.
Dark Arrow says, to get back to the stream, this is just absolutely stunning. And then
thank
says, TURDIS in all caps. We can't stay on the stream for long. Bye, Jeffrey.
See you, Jeffrey. I'm so sorry that you had to be here for that, Turdis.
I'm not. I think it's funny. Have a good night, says Jeffrey.
Night.
Everyone. Also Jeffrey.
It's past 5, Anthony. What are you doing?
Well, I don't know. I was bored, so I got more into the stream as it was going along.
I love it. Should we change the stream times? I feel like most people can come in later rather than earlier. I would love your guys' opinions.
I think it's more along the lines what works for us.
Well, we changed
or more specifically, you. So that you could always be here and it works out with your schedule. But for me, I don't know, it kind of fluxes. Like sometimes I can't even make it at all. So don't plan it around me.
Well, the whole thing was we planned it around you for the earlier
I know.
times because you were taking classes, but now the classes are over, and so we could potentially change the times again. So if anybody has opinions, let us know. Noon? No, that's wrong. No. It's either later or nothing.
Midnight.
I'm giving a lot of ultimatums this stream. Like, it's either past noon or death.
It has to end by 8:30 p.m. There's this part in Dragon Ball where she goes pee pee pee, and it makes a little goblin man have diarrhea. Do you remember that? Did you ever watch Dragon Ball? Anyway.
No, Dragon Ball I actually never watched. It was only Dragon Ball Z. And I guess there was a reason. That sounds very different from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it has cute parts for sure, but overall, Dragon Ball Z was definitely a different feel.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And also, when Dragon Ball was animated in like the 80s and early 90s, it's also just a different feel then as well of like a lot of sexist stuff, and I'm just like, I don't like this. I love the miniature adventures on Fun Little Worlds, but can all the gross old anime men stop groping all of the women? What is happening?
Seriously, this is a thing with like a lot of sitcoms. You know how like streaming has made it accessible to go back to them sometimes? A lot of them are just like, this humor is not
very cringe.
It's not as good as it felt back then, and that's a good thing.
There have been many Seinfeld episodes where I'm just like, this is bad and weird and I don't like it.
Yeah. Whose line is it anyway? Some distasteful jokes are in there. Yeah, I think earlier even more so, but also some really topically like only funny back then kind of jokes. A lot of Bill Clinton stuff that I'm just like, that didn't really age at all because like it's over and done with, man. Like, you're beating a decades-old horse at this time. But I don't hold it necessarily as against them as others because they are doing improv, and that is like a crazy hard thing to do in general. But it is a wonderful thing to know that that is a thing of the past, and you can clearly see it and just be like, hey, nope, that's not cool. Stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jake says, oh man, I didn't realize it was so late. And then Rin says, yes, maybe we could run a poll based on the times that work best for you, Anna. And Alessandra says, yes, please, LOL, about changing the times, but I also respect your time. And Jake says, I'm sorry for dragging things out. And then Rin says, thank you so much for joining us, and go to Discord.
Yeah, go to the Discord if you want to do some more chit-chatting or share any other things that you thought of. We're not ending
just yet. Darkover says an hour later would be nice, but really, I will make it to any time. Will you? Where have you been? Called out. Jake says, I like this time window because it makes me take a break from work, but I don't typically get to take breaks after I'm off work. Unless you wanted to stream at like 9 p.m.
Not
because that would be 10 p.m. my time.
10 p.m., 9 p.m. Yeah, we're an hour apart.
Is that after kids go to bed type of thing?
Yeah, definitely. They're like, my time starts now. That's exactly what Jake says every time. The power.
Well, if you were just spitballing, Anna, what's your evening look like? Like, when would be the time that you wanted to log off so you could make dinner and relax before going to bed?
I liked ending at 6 just because 6:30 is usually when I call it for the day. But I'm open to possibilities of like shorter chunks of time and then doing them more regularly, or whatever creative problem solving we could come up with. It doesn't have to be the same time every time. It could be earlier Tuesday, later Thursday, something like that. I think we both agreed that we liked Tuesday, Thursday much better than like Monday.
Yeah, because it gives us the opportunity for long weekends where we could leave on a Friday and come back on a Monday without being like, oh, we have to get to the stream.
Exactly.
Or have something to bog down a schedule with. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is like ideal for the days. Maybe we could try an hour and a half Would that... oh, and there's also... It's a minimum amount of hours per week that's requested by...
Mm-hmm.
And what was that?
12 right now.
12 hours a week?
Not week.
Oy.
I don't have the
Pay
breakdown per
period?
week, but per pay period, yeah. So
Right.
it's like
Okay.
longer than that.
Yeah. We surpass that every single time.
The idea is you want to stream at least once a week.
Right.
So
Okay.
other than that, I'm pretty sure we could easily make it because I like streaming. So I don't want to do just like 1 hour every week or something like that. Obviously, when life gets in the way, it gets in the way. But I want to be here. So yeah.
Okay, so sometime before 6, but starting after 3. So 4 to 6 if we were keeping it a 2-hour stream.
4 to 6 was our old time. Yeah, that worked for me. We could do it.
We could, yeah.
And obviously, y'all can just catch it whenever you want to. There's never any pressure like you have to be here the whole time or anytime, honestly. So if you feel like, oh, I can only do it when I'm at work and then I have to say I'm out, like, cool. That is all we ask is, like, join if you want. So if you have any feelings of, like, oh, it's a bad time for me because I'll only get to see part of it, that's totally fine. We love having you whenever. And for
Dark Aura says, well, when I could make it, I will make it anytime. But I suppose an hour later would make it easier for me. And Jake says, I like the way it is. Smiley face. And then Alessandra says, I like this time if it will be too much work for you, Anna. And Dark Aura says, Tuesday, Thursday are real good. That's what we use at APAC.
Yeah, they're good days. Good day to you.
Rin says, I found out that my school will have tea time at 3 p.m. during the week, but I'm not sure which days it will be on yet.
That is adorable, and you should stream tea time. So we can all join in on that. That sounds adorable.
We're going to learn what fika is.
Yeah, what is that?
Fika.
F-I-K-A.
In Swedish custom, a break from activity during which people drink coffee, eat cakes or other light snacks, and relax with others. That sounds like Friday nights.
That sounds amazing. Friday nights, huh?
Well, that's what Dark Hours was talking about earlier. Describing the perfect Friday night. I was like, oh my gosh, let's hang out. And then wine and brown noise.
Fika.
Yeah.
I love it.
4 to 6 could be good. It sounds like that might overlap with the people that enjoyed this time slot from 3 to 5. And yeah, it was because of the classes, because I had one that was 3 to 6 or 3 to 5. It was directly overlapping with whatever the time was that we were doing. So we switched it around. But yeah, I mean, I make it when I can as well, but it's literally what time works best for you. And I guess whatever the audience that's typically here overlaps with the most.
I'm happy.
I don't hate the idea of spreading it out across 3 days. Sometimes it feels like 2 hours goes by slowly, but then other times I'm like, let's go for 2.5 hours.
Today.
I don't know.
I know. That's the thing I feel too, where it's like, I could take it or leave it all the time. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of wibbly wobbly room to grow. Maybe we look back on old streams and see what time periods or whatever are best for other people.
Yeah, maybe. But again, it's more of like what's comfortable for your schedule. And that sounds like between 3 and 6 is that window of time. 2 and 6? 2 to 6?
I'd say 3 and 6 are most comfortable just because I already, like, when I have lunch, today I ate a burrito at, 2:45, I feel like, and I was like,
what?
oh, God, real quick,
wrong.
Get ready for,
You would have been eating it on camera.
Well, it's my bad for making lunch so late, so it's
Oh, is that why you were late?
Yeah.
Oh, I took a nap. I was like, she's gonna be late. I'm going to bed.
See, I wanted to take a nap and I didn't have time because I was like, "Oh, the stream's happening."
It wasn't
But
a great nap,
again,
so
it was.
don't be
Oh,
too jealous.
oh, okay, I was, but
I
now I'm
closed my
not.
eyes and I felt like, okay, time to rest. And then my brain was like, think about things in the future, though. Shouldn't you be planning for that right now? Like,
Gross.
no,
Just tell
no,
it to
I
shut
shouldn't.
up.
Shush.
Here's the brown noise.
Shush.
Here comes
Yeah.
the brown noise.
Uh,
But yeah, that the idea of open times, I would say, are
What is
3
this
to
hand
6. And we could do 1 hour, 2 hour, 1.5 hour.
3 hour. Take a break in the middle.
That's madness.
You could take a break in the middle.
I don't know what a break looks like to you. I feel like, I don't know, it's all about frame of mind for me. And when I have a stream in the day, it seems to take over the whole day. Or like,
It
I don't
does.
usually get much else done.
I know.
Which, I mean, maybe that's the real thing that we should tackle. But also, I know that if there were like a break in between, I would just be like, okay, what do I have to do before the rest of the stream?
I know. I feel it's so crazy when people are like 12-hour stream.
No way. I think that's a totally different kind of stream than ours.
That is. Is that where you just game for 12 hours?
Gaming or
And
just
take
talking.
breaks for
I think that
peeing.
some people just do like a, hey, I'm gonna hang out with you, and that I think is much more doable for long periods of time. Not saying it's like easy. That is crazy hard. But I could see it as more doable than like drawing for 10 hours. That's not a thing.
Yeah. That'd be bonkers.
Bonkers, I say.
Bonkers.
Well, are we gonna stream for 10 hours today, or should we call it?
10 hours then, if it's an ultimatum.
No more old tomatoes.
There are some old tomatoes upstairs. I don't know who has left them there.
No! They need to be fresh or else they're gross!
Yeah, those cherry tomatoes. They're getting wrinkly.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Put them in a sauce.
I was
Hide
going
that
to say,
flavor.
yeah. Easy to break down.
Yeah, exactly. Break it down.
Alessandra says, I eat dinner at the time you start, but I put you on in the background since
Aw.
me and my family don't do electronics on the table.
That's very sweet.
Just set a spot for Anna.
What are we eating tonight?
Put that laptop there.
I'm vegetarian. You have to accommodate my needs.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Dark Hour says, stream days are full days, and that's okay.
Oh, absolutely. I enjoy them. Again, I'm happy to have them.
Jake
take up
Green
my
says,
day.
old tomatoes! I think he liked that.
I always think
What's
of
a,
that with
how
old
can we,
tomatoes.
why? What's it from?
My brain.
Oh, what's a further thing down that train of thought of only Siths deal in ultimatums? Only what other
Absolutes.
vegetable?
Only
I thought it was-
piths deal in old tomatoes.
I thought it was ultimatums.
No, it's only
Only
Sith
Siths.
deal in absolutes.
Oh, I thought it was ultimatums. What movie is that from? The Phantom Menace? Who's a Star Wars fan?
I mean, a Star Wars fan is a spectrum. By the way, did you guys see that Voodoo Val actually got to illustrate, I believe, a cover for one of the Star Wars books? So go on.
Dream project for
Dream project.
Voodoo.
Exactly.
This is episode 3. Revenge of the Sith.
I still love that the fight with Darth Maul in Phantom Menace. The Duel of the Fates is one of the songs on James's playlist. He loves like soundtracks. And
He only has one playlist? What do you mean, James's playlist?
playlists.
Oh.
He has many playlists, and a lot of them are soundtracks of movies and stuff like that. So Duel of the Fates is up there. And my goodness, it is intense. That da-da, da-da, ba-ba, 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 ba-ba. Oh, and then the 2 lightsaber. Oh, so cool. And just Darth Maul's whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to say 3 yes. You could just say 2, okay? Stay in the normal area.
Yeah.
No, no,
Yeah,
no, no, no. That's too many yes. You've passed Usher in yes. And I said, yeah. Oh, Anthony.
Do you want to show the people the whole piece? I don't think Jake's even seen it.
What? It's been 10 hours. Can you imagine what we would create in 10 hours? I'd probably just be like drawing spirals into nothingness for a while.
Fractal art.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But like lopsided and wonky, like bad fractals.
Aw, Jake. I was going around the house with the kids' lightsabers the other day singing that song.
As per usual, you know.
Like,
what else
were all
would
the
you do
dogs
on
following
Wednesday?
you?
They're like rolling around like the little droids that put up the bubbles.
Amazing.
I love those droids, but they were OP. It seems like they were never brought back because they were too much of a powerful thing. Like 2 Jedis against them, just droids, couldn't even destroy them. It was crazy. Maybe they could. I can't remember the end of the fight, but it took a while, if anything.
Alessandra says, y'all, I just got a contract for a design position. It's not for a long time, but still happy for it. Just got an email about it.
But it's for a good time. Whoop, whoop. That's awesome. I'm so proud of you. And you should be proud of yourself. And that sounds like kind of a dream come true. So, woohoo. Alright, you think we should put this on the wallpaper?
Oh, I just think you should show what the actual Gato in the Chateaux is.
Oh yeah, do you guys like the title of today's stream? Anthony came out with
it
that.
Makes no sense because we haven't seen a Gato in the Chateaux for the majority of the stream. In the first half, you were working on the outdoor scene.
He says. Okay.
You've only seen it for like a handful of minutes.
Oh my gosh, why is... Okay, there we go. Alright, well, fine then. Here, this is what we were painting before.
Well, the wallpaper is a lot more intricate than what that looks like.
Indeed, because we painted mostly on it. Okay, so we're going to put some wallpaper on here and have like this little peekaboo with the windows out to a scenic little outdoor area. And so let's put this tattoo on her. Obviously, we can like add more colors to this and stuff like that, but we have the drawing at least. And imagine if we had multiples. Je m'appelle Lafayette. Oh, ooh, ah. Gato, Chateaux. Look at that. Wow. It's almost like it
Pretty
fits.
pretty.
It is pretty, I have to say. I wonder if we could... Oh yeah, we could kind of fit it. Ah! Did I accidentally make something that kind of fits? That's cool.
Jake says, oh, wallpaper. And Dark Hour says, Anna, you could totally make wallpapers like this one available for people that do dollhouses in miniatures.
What?
You
Is that a
totally
thing?
could.
I had no idea.
Jake agrees.
Miniatures. Wallpapers for miniatures. I never knew. Okay, so imagine that this wallpaper is painted in behind it, and then we have a fully fleshed out, like, foliage outside with some crispy crisp, nice contrasty birds in front of it. And then this cat is looking outside the window longingly like, oh, I want to go. And, really it's more like, it's a wallpaper for your, what do you call it?
Desktop.
desktop background. So what you're gonna do is probably have it at a slightly different aspect ratio, which means that you're going to have it cropped in slightly on either the sides or the top or whatever. And so that's why we have ample space around the windows so that you can have it cropped in and it won't be cutting off the windows or anything. The windows themselves, I think, will bring a lot to this when they're kind of like the edge of them is painted and everything, and we add some little light things on there. I'm questioning whether we want it to look like wood or if we should have it painted around the windows. What do you think, Anthony?
I like the wood around the windows.
I think it's just too thick, maybe. Like too much wood.
Maybe. Maybe you could make it a little bit more decorated.
Decorated, eh?
Yeah, with those like bevels in it.
Ooh, bevels.
Jake says, I thought you were painting a wallpaper, like for a computer or a device, desktop / home screen.
It is.
It's both.
It's all the things.
Dark Hours goes on to say, you could make bank, I think. The ones that exist now are dated and low res.
Interesting. So it's like a community that needs this and they're not getting their needs met?
Sounds like.
Curious.
Maybe you could make one for the treat box. Alessandra asks, does anyone know about W9s? I never got any of those. Oh, you fill out a W9 and then give it to whoever is requesting one, whatever studio or client you're working with.
Yeah, they should be online.
They vary state by state. I know for the one that I fill out, you put like your name, your address, your social security number, or your 10 TIN, if you have one of those.
Tax in
and
identity
then you
number.
sign and date it, and then you send it to the client so that they could submit it with their tax people, and then they send you a 1099 at the end of the year saying how much money you made with them. But as long as you have accurate bookkeeping, you don't necessarily need the 1099. It's good to have, obviously, but if you keep track of how much they paid you and definitely set aside a chunk of money, at least 25% of whatever you get paid, 25 to 33%, so that you have taxes set aside from that.
Tax?
They send you 1099s and then you give that to your tax people. Or do it yourself. I've never known how to do tax stuff by myself once I became freelance, because it was so much more information about like depreciation and business expenses and blah blah blah, and I was like, I'd rather just pay someone to do this.
Definitely.
Anyway, yeah, it is a headache.
Tax
but
advice
not
with
too
Anthony.
bad if you hire a CPA or a tax person to do it, which can get expensive. I think the person I hired was like $600.
Oh yeah, we're up to $650.
But it makes me feel a lot more confident that I'm doing it correctly, and that I also don't have to spend all of my time doing it.
Oh my gosh,
It feels
yeah.
worth it.
That is the big thing for me. Well, and I remember doing taxes with my mom when I was first doing taxes, and I cried a lot. It was just not worth it. Alright, so I put a little bevel in just as like an example. It's because I keep on wanting to like do the tilde trick to get my brush to be my eraser, but also press shift to get a straight line. Doing both is not friendly.
Thumb and forefinger.
No.
What did you use? Pinky
The
and ring
eraser
finger?
brush.
Oh.
Anyways, so
I have to do multiple key combos all the time when I'm retouching. I'll just use a claw eventually. My fingers will be so spread out. I've got nice piano fingers though, so I could get across that whole keyboard.
There you go. Boom.
Jake says, this piece looks really good, Emma.
He also says, pick a number and either get a refund or pay extra taxes at tax time. So either pay them too much now or pay them later. It's real dumb that they just don't let you know what you owe. They have the numbers and stuff, and then they're just like,
Well, they
"Nah."
like there to be room for error so they can make more money off of you.
Yeah, they won't tell you if you're wrong. unless you owe them money. Then they'll tell you you're wrong and then say, give us the money.
And also there's a late fee now.
Oh, of course, yeah. There's everything. Oh, and we're gonna audit you and like blah blah blah. Your life is hell. But
Gotcha.
I think I'll make these possibly taller or maybe even a more interesting shape. What if we did like a jupe? Like a little kiss.
Well, a jupe?
A jupe. Do you see the jupe? Do you see the jupe? Like
jupe. Got Hershey's Kiss. Yeah, that's what you said.
And then we could have like an interior or something.
Joe says, well, Dark Hours. Well, now I want to make this in real life. Anna, would you ever make this available in sections on Patreon? So I could print and assemble it?
As in wallpaper? Like, wait, what? What are you asking for? Yes, the answer is yes, but what are you asking for?
You're being too accommodating.
Whatever. Oh, no.
Joe won't stand for it, except for maybe in this instance.
You don't get anything, Joe. Nothing.
Assertive confrontation. Not where Joe wanted it.
Joe wants a wallpaper to print out so that they can make a dollhouse with it. That sounds like everything I want to exist. So, yes. Dioramas.
Dioramas. Sounds like a perfume. Dior. Sergio's in the chat and John's in the chat.
Hello. Welcome to the chat. We're gonna peace out here soon. I cannot believe we've gone for like 3 hours now. That's
we
insane.
might as well just go 9 more minutes and make it a full 3 hours, and then maybe
should
next
we have done
week
monkey
we'll
paws again?
Have just a 1 hour to compensate.
That's insane.
How do you like that?
I don't like
maybe next week we'll start the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 1 hour each, 3 hours total, and then we save an hour.
As long as you do the math for me, sure.
Okay. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
5 to 6, 5 to 6, 5 to 6, if you want to do it that way. Or we could do a 3 to 5.
Monday, Sunday, happy days. Tuesday,
or a
Wednesday,
3 to 4,
happy days. Thursday,
4 to
Friday,
5,
happy days.
5 to 6. We'll just run the whole gamut.
Week with you.
We'll cover the whole space. Somebody will be able to catch it on one of the days. Hopefully it overlaps. They'll be available.
These happy days are yours and my happy days.
You're gonna get copyrighted.
Oh, sorry.
Dummy.
I don't know how copyright works.
Me either. Keep singing.
Now
do the fawns. Comb your back.
Oh, he kicks the jukebox. And then it.
That's a punch.
Could you tell if I was kicking or not?
Kick puncher.
Punch kicker. Oh my gosh, yes. That's us. Wait, are you kick puncher or am I a kick puncher?
I'm kick punchy.
Okay, so I'm punch kicker. Kick punchy?
Oh, I thought you meant like you're kick puncher and I'm kick punch-y.
I'm
like
not going to kick or punch
punched.
you. No, I refuse.
Okay.
No.
Why are you gonna stop me from making that happen? You'll have to kick punch.
Reminds me of the episode with The Simpsons where like Lisa starts kicking in the air and she's like, "I'm just kicking in the air. I can't help it if you walk into me." And Bart just starts punching the air and it's like, "Well, I'm just punching and I don't know if you walk into me. It's not my fault." Oh my gosh. Kids.
Who won?
They got close to each other and then they got separated.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. That. Childhood nightmare stress dreams.
Oh no. How about
Was that you guys in the car? Like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
Yeah, probably me. I was a very annoying younger sibling.
Oh, Amber and I were both annoying siblings.
Yeah, but you guys only had each other to like bring the energy out against. We had a whole family of like 4 kids, so there was a lot of well, also the cousins. I mean, the cousins were like siblings. So I remember we would play corners in the car, and that was like a bloodbath. And I was one of the littlest ones, so I was just like completely crunched against the side of the back of the van. And we were like 2 rows behind all the adults.
Who's driving? The adults are also involved in this game because they're the ones driving.
They were ignoring us completely, being like, "Oh, they're fine." The only one time
playing this game with my aunt in the car, and she was literally like taking turns sharper than usual. She was like
Amazing.
leaning with it. She's like, woo!
Whee!
Squish the kids.
Amazing. I love it.
It was scary. I remember there
Amazing.
being like hilly areas where it's just like those drop offs. I was like, this is terrifying.
Well, my dad would always do that when he was driving down. We had a lane that goes to our house, basically. We're like at the end of the cul-de-sac. And on the way home, I thought he was a madman, swerving all over the place. Now I'm like, it's the slowest street. He was just swerving a little. But still, when he swerved, we were like, ah!
Yeah.
Like every time coming home. It was great. But yeah, the corners was one of them that I remember that was like dangerous with how much they squished each other. And then the school one that was dangerous was quarters. You remember that? Where they like slide the quarter through the fingers and like try to hurt your knuckles.
Yep.
Yeah, those were the two that were like, they stick out in my mind as like dangerous kids. What were you doing? Now, I probably wasn't actually going to get squished to death in corners, so.
Well, there's another one, Bloody Knuckles. Did you ever?
I tried to stay away from anything with bloody in the name.
It was basically where you just punch each other's fists.
It's horrible! Why? Children, why? Why do you want to hurt?
I would continue, but I think the story would freak you out.
Yeah, I don't want
Jake
it.
says, I learned that John C. Reilly's first band was called Shark Puncher. Scary. And then Jake goes on to say, I see a schnauzer face in the third window.
In the third window. See, we saw a face earlier. You missed it. There was a guy over here. Let me show you. Let me show you the guy. You gotta see the guy. There we go. Okay, so... Okay, so there's a man over here on the left side. Do you see him? He's profile.
You did something to him. He looks different.
Yeah, I gave him all sorts of things last time. So I gave him a little eye, hello, a nostril, a mustache. And then, should you have a goatee this time? Sure. And then you had an ear, you gave him a little hair, and then a cap.
It's made out of his hair.
Duh. Do you see him now?
How
Alright, where's the
modern.
schnauzer?
Looks very French.
You're very French.
Thank you.
Oui, oui.
Wait.
Chateaux? Just everybody comes up with that. So it was in the third window. So is it right here? Schnauzer.
Yes.
Is it... This is its nose. And there's an eye. And then its ears are flapping up like this.
Wow. That looks more like a deer.
Yeah. It's not really schnauzer-ish, but that's what I saw. So tell me more. Tell me more.
Maybe it
I
was...
need to know. Where's the schnauzer?
The birds are the eyes and the nose.
Wait, what? Wait.
Question
what?
mark.
The birds are the eyes and the nose, like this. Is this the schnauzer?
Jake says, I'll doodle on a screenshot.
Amazing. Thank you. That's the best I could do, so.
It was that place.
It was that place. Okay, well, here's your screenshot. Click. Now you doodle. I must see this.
Doodle.
No, you doodle.
Do the do.
Taste the
Okay.
rainbow.
It's almost 6, so I suppose we should.
Good, because Photoshop is now freaking out. Oh, it's because I pressed the window key. Never mind, Photoshop's fine. Sorry for blaming you. Okay, let me finish.
Jake says, I
and then
saw
duplicate
the most
this.
realistic, quote unquote, reconstruction of a T-Rex today, and it got me thinking, how do we know that dinosaurs didn't have ears?
Because they didn't hear well. I feel like this is a popsicle stick joke. How do we know that dinosaurs didn't have ears? Because they cartilages. Cartilage. I can't
I
make
mean,
it
something
into a
is
fun.
there.
They
No,
can't.
you're getting there.
Because hearing, because auditory, because
Right. Yeah.
oh, wait, ears, Big Bang,
No, different timelines.
Jurassic, Cretaceous,
Jurassic. Cretaceous. Yeah.
Mantle.
Anna knows it's not actually a joke.
I
but
know it's not actually a joke. I
she's
want to
silly.
make it into one. I want to make it into one.
I'm guessing it's because they know that dinosaurs are related to modern day birds, and modern day birds don't have ears, so they're just taking a calculated guess.
Yeah. But what would they look like with ears? I want them to be floppy.
Goofy. Like big dogs.
Like big old dogs.
Aw, cute.
I like it.
Try that instead.
Okay. Starting over again. Hi, welcome to the stream. We're going to be drawing dinosaurs today with big floppy goofy ears.
And making jokes about it somehow, eventually.
Somehow. We will make a joke about this, okay? It's going to work.
How do we know that dinosaurs didn't have ears?
Because
we haven't heard anything about it. No. Maybe something about herd dinosaurs. They do travel in
Oh
herds.
my gosh, you're so close.
This is, yeah, we're getting there. We're really close.
I'm very surprised.
I'm very surprised, she says. Like, I'm not the funniest person you know.
You're the most clever, wittiest person. Go, go, go. Come on, you can do this.
Go, go,
I believe in you.
Jake says, but maybe they had big, old, floppy gods. Wait,
What?
okay. But maybe they had big, old, floppy Yoda ears, and they just evolved out of them. I should look into it.
Floppy Yoda ears. They're literally
Bryn says
dragons.
dinosaurs, not dinosaurs. That's pretty good. Oh, she deleted it. It was not funny. It was bad. And I hated it. I'm glad that it's gone now.
Don't lie to me. I can hear it in your voice. Unlike dinosaurs, because they can't hear.
Well, I mean, they had ear holes.
They don't travel in herds. That's my favorite popsicle stick joke now. It's not even done. I love it. You guys should send me
602.
popsicle stick jokes.
Save it. Let's get out of here. I gotta go work out.
Save it. Oh, whatever. You're the one who made us go this long.
Yeah, I said at 6 though.
Yeah, but then I said 7.
Fine, I'll just work out in the background and you keep streaming.
Okay, I think we're all into that. What are you gonna work out? How do you do that? Tell me everything.
What am I gonna? Oh, let me pull up the thingy.
All right, this is where I'll call it.
See what's on the slate for today.
I'd say we're like halfway done, maybe. I don't know. It's an
What's
intense
today?
piece.
Thursday.
I think we
Right?
should take some of the yellow out of the grass.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Barbell deadlift, barbell forward lunge, close grip bench press, barbell shrug, and standing calf raises.
I do like a good standing calf raise.
3 sets of 30, so 90 in total. It burns afterwards.
Burns. When's it my turn? When I love to.
I could get
explore
swole
that
for the
shore
swimming
above.
pool.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we're gonna have a swimming pool, you guys. I mean, on our vacation. It's gonna be really fun. I'll take pictures of Anthony and his swollenness.
Well, no.
Yeah, baby. You
No
just said
pictures.
you'd be down for it.
I'm just to impress you and Corinne.
Yeah, we're impressed. Oh. I want more.
Oh, Ren thinks it's my fault that the upstairs neighbors have been making workout noises because
I'm
working out.
Neighbors. Yes, obviously it's your fault.
I'm pretty quiet when I work out, except for the music that I play. I've got a workout playlist. Guess what? Some songs are on there.
Make
And they
a
also
man
offer
out of
some-
you. I'm never
Maybe that
gonna
would be a
test
good
my
one.
They wanna know the new year.
They are working out during that song.
Gym. Do, do, do. I know, it's a literal workout song.
I've got Fitness by Lizzo on there.
You should blame it on my juice, baby. Name my phone. Push it to the limit. You like 70s glam rock, so you should get some of
what
that
do I
there.
have? Yeah, I
Pour
think I
some sugar on me.
might.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I actually don't have too many on there.
You should get more.
Maybe it would be good for the variety.
Get some, my.
Where are you?
Sorry, I'm just going through here and kind of trying to feel it.
It's gone. I don't know where it
Very
is.
green.
Oh, it's the very first one.
Good
I've
job.
got Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin.
That one's the ha ha. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think that's the only older song that I have. Yeah, that's the only older one.
Hey, what do you think of this brown? So look at the edges of the window pane. Do you see them?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you see there's a color difference here?
More red?
Yeah, there's red and there's like a yellow undertone.
I'd say more red.
Oh, really?
Well, more red makes it pop more. The more yellow just makes it fade into the scene. But I don't know what your goal is. The windows themselves are pretty distinct because of all that saturation compared to the wallpaper. So I'd say just lean into the frames and have it also be calling.
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 Calling from the deep.
Oh, sorry. I was turning into Cthulhu again. All right. Yeah, this is where we're going to call it today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Oh, golly. This green is too saturated now. Sorry. Real quick. See, I think it's just the grass. The grass is what's bothering me, so I'm just going to concentrate on that for a second. And then I can just zoop out all the rest. Zoop. There we go.
Whoop.
Yeah, that's better. Okay, anyways, thank you so much for joining us. We had a lot of fun today. I'm definitely going to come back and finish this piece, and this is more of an intense one, but also really fun, so I'm excited about it. Whoops, I think this is... Oh, yeah, it's applying to the wallpaper as well. Right? Am I crazy? Okay, there we go. Boom. Nailed it. So...
Chase, did you finish your doodle? Your schnauzer doodle? Or is that for later? Are you
It's
working?
for later.
What's happening? Is it in current work?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Pokemon are in current work. I love Pokemon.
Pokemons. Just another little
An
Pokemon.
Eevee, and a Gengar, and a trainer.
Love them. So, yes, we're going to finish this another day. I hope that you come back to see us. We will be back next week, Tuesday and Thursday, unless we change the times. So, keep on the Discord for any time updates. I will definitely put them there before the stream. And yeah, thanks for this rare, fun, long stream. Anthony, thank you for being here this whole time. You didn't even pick up your barbells and start going. It's crazy.
Well, no, it's not time yet.
It's been 9 minutes of workout time.
No, I don't start at 6. I start thinking about it at 6. I gotta work up to it.
I understand very deeply. All right. Until next time, remember to get vaccinated, get boosted, wear a mask, be kind to yourself and to others, and remember that you're loved. Anthony, is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
Rinse chicken with wine
Okay.
and spit it out.
Okay. Bye. Oh, Jake says this is lovely. Rin says brain lifting. Yikes.
You gotta lift your brain to get it in the go mode.
Go mode. James asked
I
me
didn't
the other
lift my brain
day.
at all today.
He said, "How heavy do you think your head is? Just like your head."
Pounds, 10 plus. Isn't it like 15 is an
He
average?
said he thinks my head is 40 pounds.
That's
And I was
too
like, I
many
was gonna say
pounds.
like 12.
No, your head is not 40 pounds. Is that a compliment? At what point is it an insult that you've got the biggest head?
Well,
Wasn't
and then
there
he was
characters
talking
called
about.
Fat heads and Brothers?
Yes,
How
there are.
heavy
He
is
was talking about just skull also, like how heavy is just a skull. What bone would be the heaviest in your body? And I said femur, but then he was like, I don't know, skull's pretty hefty. And then I thought, well, you know, what's in the skull is heavier, don't you think? And he was like, I don't know, is it? And I was like, well, liquids are pretty dang heavy, you know? I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me what the heaviest bone in your body is.
Oh, okay. Well, the average human head, I think, with the brain and muscles and everything still inside,
Yes.
is 11 pounds. So
Rin says, if she's remembering correctly, the average human brain is about 13 pounds. So if the brain is 13 pounds plus skull and
femur is
accessories.
correct.
No way, really?
The longest, heaviest, and strongest bone in the body.
Yeah, so strong. It's true. I think my thighs could kill a person.
40 pounds. You've got 4 heads. That's like Cerberus. Okay. His heads weigh 40 pounds.
I love it. Well, think on that for the future. And Jake says your brain is just
Don't think
full
too
of
heavily about
30
it.
points of intelligence, creativity, etc. You know, brains just get fuller over time. You become. That's why like old people have hunchbacks often, is because their heads are so full of stuff and it's heavy.
This is a lie.
Head to V.
For our heads are bare and full of air, dead flies and bits of fluff.
What is that from?
Hogwarts, teach us something, please. Isn't that Hogwarts, Hoggy Woggy Hogwarts, teach us something, please.
I don't remember
Whether
this
we
like you
be
do.
old or young, we're scabby knees, something like that.
I like
I
it.
liked that.
Why aren't there more old people
Yeah.
auditing classes at Hogwarts?
What? Did somebody say that? Was that you just then?
What?
Audit classes at Hogwarts. What?
Just say that. Was that just you? Am I a
Was that you?
ghost? What?
Hello?
This
I
is your
can't see you anymore.
conscience. Hello. You should do more workouts. Okay.
Oh, right. It is getting
All right. Have a good workout. See you guys later. Check out the other streamers on Behance. They're awesome. Bye.
like Wade.
Like Wade. Club Wade.